going to dunk you in the
I'm Daniel Shaughnessy, bringing you Shawnee High School sports from south of Norman. Monty Porter with us tonight.
Good to see you, Daniel. Beautiful evening.
It's always great to be watching football, but how about from this vantage point we have tonight?
This is nice. Nice. You get to see everything. You're, of course, you're not in the crowd. That's always kind of fun, but it's nice to be up here.
Well, we'll be back there when they come home with Carl Albert, so that'll be a lot of fun. Coming into this Blanchard game, Monty, they've got a lot of firepower on the offensive side of the ball, and it starts with their quarterback.
Yeah, Carson Cooksey is a 3-year starter. He's won a lot of ball games. They've been 8-4 the last 2 years. He was hurt during the 9th game of his sophomore year, but he's played a lot of ball. He's thrown for over 5,000 yards. He's got about a 60% completion rating. Not a whole lot of interceptions. He threw more last year than his sophomore year, but he hadn't thrown any this year. A lot of touchdowns, but he is, as you described him to me earlier, I had thought he was a drop-back passer. Hadn't seen him really play, but you described him as a gunslinger, and it makes a lot of sense based upon what his stats look like, because he's either high rating or low.
Well, and what I've noticed with him and what I've talked with the coaches about is that containment is so important with a quarterback like Cooksey.
Right.
Is he likes it when he can get outside the pocket because he keeps his head up. He's not really that much of a running threat, though he's capable, but what he's looking to do when he scrambles is he's looking for his receivers to break off their routes, and that causes trouble when they're in a man-to-man defense. It's hard to maintain control of your receiver.
Yes, it is. You know, he's like a lot of their athletes, he's a three-sport athlete too. He's starting point guard on the basketball team. Great three-point shooter. I was reading about him, and it makes a lot of sense. He's a guy who takes chances. He's a guy who has a lot of confidence, and it just makes sense that he's the type of guy who would be able to really thrive in a system like that. And they've got some really, really good receivers too.
Yes, they do. Number 1, very fast. His name,
Brayson Carter.
Tell us about Carter a little bit.
Carter, he's a junior this year, and on a pretty senior, heavily laden team. But he's a junior, fast kid. He's also a free safety, one of their leading tacklers, two-sport athlete. So he's got a really high upside to him in terms of speed, body control. But he's 85 and 43 are his 2 stats. He's averaging over 10 yards a catch, caught 11 balls in the last 2 ball games. So he's the real deal.
And then to go over the top, they look for big number 9, more of a taller, strong receiver.
Mikhail Howell, I believe is his name. And he's the same way. He's got, that's their back. I'm sorry, Reagan Palmer. He's got 6 TDs last year, caught 22 balls, but he's also one of their leading receivers. I guess he would be considered a tight end maybe if their offense had a true tight end. But you're right, he's a big, tall kid over the middle. Settles in.
Well, when we talk about the Shawnee Wolves, and we have to really start on the defensive side, and so with that, we're going to look at the captains on the field. There on your far right, you see number 40. That's Jason Hare. He has been all over the field so far in the first 2
Great
games.
senior year. Yeah, I didn't get to see the game last week, but if it was anything like the first game, that young man was everywhere. Nose for the football.
Jason there, and Ryan High, his counterpart, the Mike linebacker.
Who else is out there?
Delmon is out there, as well as Dietrich, but let's talk about Ryan High a little
Ryan
bit.
High. Yeah, he's they complement each other's linebackers really well. It seems like the only thing I've noticed about what they do is sometimes they over pursue, but they seem to know each other really well and each other's tendencies. And if they can play off that this year, and Coach Blitz can really get them to buy into that idea of playing together, I think they could be a really formidable duo.
Well, their speed is going to be an asset on the defensive side to go against what we were talking about earlier with the Blanchard offense. And as we flip it over on the offensive side, really the other 2 captains who are out there, Delmon Miller and, of course, Dietrich Beavers. Let's start with Delmon. Delmon, you coached Delmon.
I coached, last year I coached track. I was a volunteer coach in track, and Delmon I'd actually coached him, but I was one of the coaches. I coached shot put and discus. He wasn't a discus or a shot putter, although he wanted to be. Delmon has got speed, and he's just a good kid. He's very coachable, too.
He is, and he's a lot of fun. Hanging out with him. We didn't have a telecast, of course, during the game. I got to hang out. He came up, introduced himself to me. Really fun. I mean, had some really funny things to say. I guess he's a Detroit native.
Yeah, he's a charming kid. He's a really charming kid. He's a jokester, but he just seems to enjoy life.
Well, when Shawnee needs a big play, they look for Delmon Miller. But the big plays really have been coming from Dietrich Beavers in the first 2 games.
Yeah, he hits the hole hard. He sees one of the things that a back has to do is be able to run with his eyes. And he sees the hole really well. But he's also small enough. I think he's hard to see. And you were telling me earlier down at Ardmore, he's been delivering hits like crazy too. Dietrich is a fast kid. When he ran the 4x100 last year, typically he was anchor leg. And his closing speed was just tremendous. He's a fast young man, but he's strong and tough-minded as well.
That's what I think. I think tough is his middle name.
Yep.
He does nail the opponent whenever he gets the opportunity. But his first look when he's running is where can he cut to get away because he is so quick. And a lot of fast guys cannot catch him because of his quickness.
Right. A good running back that's his size will often run to daylight. And daylight is simple. You've got to be able to see it with your eyes. If you're not running with your eyes, then you're not going to be able to see it. And I think that's something you don't teach either. A kid just has it or they don't.
Well, we're getting ready for kickoff here, and last year, if you recall, Blanchard put up more than 40 points on Shawnee, and as a coaching staff, they know that this is actually the beginning of 4 weeks of a heck of a test for the Shawnee Wolves. And it's going to be, I'm really intrigued to see how this opens up the 4-game split. Right here is a big-time game for these Shawnee Wolves. Getting off the snide 15 straight games last week, if they can pull another one, they've got their head back in the game.
Right.
Rhett Neist with the kickoff, taken at the 10-yard line, and a good return there by Blanchard. And Rhett is the one, Kiefer Landis is the one pulling him down.
And that's Brayson Carter. That's Brayson Carter. He's a 3-way athlete, too. in football. He's their big returner as well. Fast kid.
Glad that Kiefer got a handful of shirt. He's going to stay out at cornerback. I see Toby Gray out there. He's going to start at his outside linebacker spot. Big number 76 is going to be down in the middle. Demario Joyner and Lance Williams are rounding out the defensive line. First one's to the outside, and Delmon Miller is out there. There'll be nothing on that.
Nice play. That's the whole idea behind that is to make sure that you play off of that blocker that's in front of you on that little slip screen, and he did a good job of defending that, putting him in second and long.
So we got 2nd and 10. Going to try it over the middle. Good hit there.
Nice play. Nice hit.
Again,
way to close.
Kiefer Landis.
That's what you're going to have to do is stick on these receivers and hit them hard. Obviously, they can catch the ball well. He's got a high completion percentage, so that means you've got good receivers too, not just a good arm.
Well,
so you got to hit them and nail them.
As they come up, first 2 downs, nil, 3rd and 10. Bringing some pressure. That's Ryan High. Intercept. Ooh! Delmon cutting in front of that pass, and that's athletes on athletes in the backfield. And I like our game in the defensive backfield, Monty.
Defensive backfield on that, but I want to mention though the fact that we got pressure on him, and that's going to be important all day. Now you talk about how he likes to get out of the pocket. If you can contain him though, where he really can't see downfield, he's worried about who's going to come and get him. It's going to destroy his ability to really play well. I think we're going to get a pooch kick here. I don't think
quarterback is the punter in this short snap set. Shawnee in a safe return. Punt comes. Ejon Thomas is deep. He's going to let it bounce. Hopefully that makes the end zone. It's slowing down, and it does.
Thank God for that one, right?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. As we want to talk a little bit about our sponsors that help bring us these games, McElroy and Owens Funeral Services. You know, they were the first in the state to be able to offer cremation by water rather than by fire. Such an interesting concept to me.
Is.
Much gentler, it seems, just the process for a family member. Just interesting, the new things that come right through our hometown.
Yes,
McElroy and Owens.
That's interesting. And for an old river otter like me, I may be interested in that at some point.
Jameer Owens going to take the snap, and the give is to Dietrich Beavers. He makes the first one miss, but he had a lot around him, Monty.
Yeah, he did, and they've got a couple of big defensive linemen. Our offensive line is going to have to play within themselves tonight and make sure they use a good technique. They're getting off the snap, and they're getting a hat on somebody. They can play with these guys. They just have to make sure that they don't get pushed around, and that's not standing up whenever the ball snapped.
So no gain in the first 4 offensive plays of the game. Beavers gets nil. Owens with his first pass. He's going to take it out to the flat, and that's Dietrich making the first one miss. First down, Shawnee, as he gets 15, 16 yards. Good delivery by Owens.
Yeah, he's the one game I've gotten to see, and I believe it same happened last week. Jameer's a smart player, and that was his check down on that play, and he did a good job of getting it to him. And then Dietrich does what Dietrich does, and a good block out front by, was that Delmon?
Yeah. And Beavers to the outside now, and he's going to slip. Going to lose, it looks like 5 on that play, and a flag is down. You see it here. He just never had a chance. He had to go real deep. The ground causing the fumble. We'll see. It looks like the flag is on Shawnee, holding.
Yeah.
And they're getting the number. The coaches are on the sideline. So the loss of 5.
They declined that penalty, didn't they?
Yeah, they're going to just let it be and go to 2nd and 15.
You know, that's got to be one of the keys to our game today. We've got to cut down on the penalties.
Goes without saying. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the kids know that too.
Right. That's a learning process.
Mm-hmm. They've had to do a lot of extra running and lifting. We can talk to them about the snake now that they have to run. Dietrich hit immediately when he got the ball, but he was still able to pick up 5 on that play.
Yeah, he hit that small little crease, if you watch the replay, and he was able to get 5 yards off of it. Again, that's him going to daylight and understanding where his blocker's at, what the schemes are, and where he's going to find that little crease to be able to run through. Got 3 wideouts coming out.
Owens, 3rd and 10. He's going to Delmone. He goes up and gets it. Delmone Miller.
You know, he has such fantastic body control. I noticed that in that first ball game. His upside is incredible. That's not an easy play to be able to turn into the ball like that.
And pull it down.
Right.
You're exactly right, Monty. 24 yards on the pickup. Good delivery by his quarterback, Jameer, letting the athlete go up and get it.
And that was the hash side that he turned back into, and that is not an easy play.
Jameer running for the sideline, cuts it up, and he's going to pick up 3.
Good play by Jameer, knowing when to keep it. That's a good positive yardage. Otherwise, it would have been 2nd and 10, and nobody open. Didn't try to throw it into coverage.
So we've had 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15, and now we have 2nd and 8.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the plus side.
We are. See what they can do with that.
Give to Beavers up the gut. He was slowed down again. They've got a hand on him as soon as he touches the ball.
Yeah, I've noticed in their stats even last year, they play a lot through their linebackers. Their defensive linemen are meant to plug the system up. They plug it up, and their linebackers pursue down and out. And they're playing it pretty effectively right now. We're going to have to get some hats on them.
3rd down and 8 for the Wolves. First drive of the game. Going over the middle, and that's going to be overthrown. He was looking for Ejon.
Yeah, I think that was a miscommunication on the route. Ejon had kind of cut it off at about 15 yards and was going towards the post. And I think he was meant to go flying to the end of the end zone on that one.
You know, let's see what they call 35 seconds clicking down. As I would think they'd be looking for Delmone here to try to pick this up. Owens, that's where he's going, over the middle. Miller for Shawnee! Touchdown!
Wow.
35 yards and Delmone Miller!
Execution on both sides. The route that he runs is impeccable. Splits those 2 defenders, and Jameer just drops it right into him. Right in stride.
I like to see it, just like you said, this time he gave his player the chance to go get it.
Yep.
And when you've got an athlete like Miller, that's exactly what you want to do.
What a fantastic route, too. It just that's the one thing you often miss on things like that is the way that the receiver runs the route. He made that play happen, and Jameer delivered.
Jameer Owens with a 35-yard strike to Delmone Miller. The Wolves go up after the good kick from Rhett Neese, 7-0. You're watching Shawnee Wolves football on ShawneeCTV.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo.
7:37 to play in the first quarter. The Wolves strike first, 7-0. Monty.
Yeah, what a drive! They were really playing behind the sticks there on a few of those series, and that was a 4th down that they just threw that touchdown pass on. Some really aggressive coaching by Coach Madonna, and the players responded to it. That's good to see.
Again, Neese gets it down to about the 10-yard line and up the middle. I think, again, that's going to be – nope. Who got that tackle?
It looked like number 83 or 21, one of the two.
It was Williams.
Yeah.
It was Lance Williams, the sophomore defensive end, as the return back to the 36-yard line, it looks like, where it'll be marked. 1st and 10 for Blanchard. Blanchard with 0 net on their first drive and a punt.
I'd look for them to maybe roll him out on this series a little bit, see if they can't create that way.
Well, they're spreading out the defense. The keep is up the middle. He pulled it out. Good hit there by Delmon. Yep. Pick up there of 9 for Cossey.
And that's unusual for him, but when he does run the ball, he often gets decent yards. He's a tough kid. That's to loosen up that middle, too, to make those linebackers wonder whether or not they should drop back in coverage or not. And good smart play by their coach.
Up the middle again. That's your runner you were talking about,
yep.
Howell.
Howell, he's almost like a fullback in terms of his size. He doesn't get the ball an awful lot. Oftentimes they have as many runs as they do passes in a ball game, but their runs are more maintenance type runs to maintain a drive as opposed to break something open.
Another strong player, wherever you're looking on the defensive side of the field, has been Toby Gray. He came up with that tackle.
Oh, yeah. Toby's been on fire all season.
1st and 10 inside Wolves territory for the Blanchard Lions. They go again up the middle as they try to employ the run game. The first one on him is going to be Ryan High, and it was cleaned up by Jason Hare.
Yeah, those two are playing really good ball this year. Good complementary football. They're trying to force blitz to bring up his backers and not play that run game as tight, and right now it's working. Our nose guard is going to have to buckle down and start plugging up those holes.
And I hate to say it, but I don't have his name.
What's his number?
76.
76.
Somebody maybe on the feed could help us out. That's going to go around the outside. Good containment there by that cornerback. That was Delmon, as he really slowed that down. His two blockers with the runner going out there, and Delmon took them all on.
Yeah, they really strung that out. Well, Brayston Carter's got some speed. They were able to string it out a little bit, but then he made a good cut back up and in. But good effort at the point of attack. Just got to make the tackle. They're making them work for everything.
Yeah, it was Lance Williams out there who ended up making that tackle. Mm-hmm. Delmon with the assist. I'm saying Delmon.
Delmon. Yeah.
Del Money.
Del Money.
They go over the top. That's Dietrich Beavers on the coverage. And it falls incomplete.
Fantastic coverage by Dietrich Beavers.
Yeah, they're not going to run away.
That was speed on speed.
They're not going to run away from Dietrich Beavers. Watch this, though, with his left hand.
Yeah.
Do we see this? No, we don't see it.
Nope.
I'll tell you, that's why in the stands from up top, Dietrich actually did what a cornerback should do when he's could be beat. He got a little bit of jersey, I think, in there, and that's just it's a good move. It could have been called.
Well, you know, the hand is meant to balance the defensive back against the receiver. They've got to have some sort of connection.
Yeah.
It's whenever you press and pull. But I thought that was excellent defense. And the fact that he turned his head around, knew where the ball was at, used his hips.
2nd and 10, up the middle.
Now we're 3rd and 7.
Yep.
Sorry I interrupted you, Daniel.
No, actually, I felt like I interrupted you, Monty. But as we look at it, you're right. It's going to come down to pick up 3, 3rd and 7. The defense has been bend but don't break all year long.
They have.
So, and they've been opportunistic. I believe 3 turnovers each game. Last year, Chickasha with 3 interceptions. Or with Blanchard, 3 interceptions. Up the middle is Ryan High. And they get him into
fumble.
As the Wolves fall on the ball. Ryan High with the first hit and the fumble recovery.
Now that's defense. That's using your speed to get to the quarterback.
Flag down. On the far sideline.
Hope it's not
sideline warning against the Wolves. First down for the Wolves. Great call by Coach Blitch as he again hesitated with Ryan High, and then he comes untouched, and that's what created the havoc.
Yeah, and when he came untouched, the center got off of his guy to try to get to him, and then our tackle broke loose. And it just created chaos in the backfield.
DeMario and Lance Williams back there
Right.
with Ryan High. Ryan High comes up with the fumble.
I didn't watch the replay, but I think Lance put a pretty good move on that tackle to get off of him.
And we're giving Lance that tackle and forced fumble as well. DeMario being there.
See what we can do with this ball. 14-0 lead would look great right now. A great design play.
Around the corner, going to pick up 3. Actually, 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
By the way, I did learn last week watching college football that the 2 hands behind waving is a sideline warning.
Is a sideline?
We were wondering about that the first game, what that was.
Yeah, but he didn't do the wide hands.
This is the actual penalty.
Oh,
You go 2 hands behind.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, Owens calls for it. He goes out wide. A little bit overthrown. He tried to get it over to Kiefer Landis.
Yeah, and that was more mechanics than anything else. He checked down, but he didn't turn his body into it. But good, wise, smart play. Puts us 3rd and long, but they've been doing well in 3rd and long tonight. Four receivers out. There may be a draw here.
Again, this one to Ejon Thomas as Ejon turns it up. Cut up, buddy. And he's close to a first down. He's going to be marked, I think, right at the stick.
At the marker. Did I say that was going to be a screen? Is that what I said? Not a draw? It was a nice screen pass. It was an excellent call.
So a pickup of 7 gets the first down.
I think we're in.
Jameer gets it undoubtedly with 2 on the run.
You know, that played to their tendencies, too, on that screen pass. Their tendency to break down with their backers inside. And he just found an open spot. That was Kiefer Landis, too, who got that, wasn't it? Who was the receiver on that screen pass?
Ejon Thomas.
That was Ejon Thomas, wasn't it? Okay. He's got some quick hips, Ejon does.
All right, plays coming in from the coaches on the sideline. Beautiful night for football down in Blanchard, Oklahoma. The Wolves on the move again, 3:57 to play in the first quarter.
4 wideouts again.
Going down the sideline, that one's going to be out of bounds. That was quarterback to quarterback. Zyron Campbell is who he was trying to hit. Big shout out to Scotty Oliver as Brody, freshman, in now at center for the Wolves, his son. And I know Scotty out of town. He's probably watching us right now.
I think he probably is. One thing I noticed on that play is Ejon did a little out towards the marker. And, you know, that kind of sets up that cut back across from that slot receiver. Get that receiver to bite on that, fake that move, and come back inside.
3rd and 8. Jameer's going to keep it up the middle. He's got some open grass. He's pushing for a first. He's going to be about a yard short.
But he set him up well.
That was a good run.
And, you know, that's an option for him. That's him making that decision, and he made the right decision. He had numbers. But we're going to get it called back, I think.
Ouch. Another holding penalty. They have to overcome so much. They can't continue to have the yellow on the field.
Yeah.
That was such a great play by Owens.
Right. And, you know, one thing about penalties get decreased whenever you start to learn your role. And players what I mean by that is players sometimes play outside themselves, and they don't, like a lineman not using his feet to gain position. He tries to use his arms. He tries to do too much, and that leads to a hold. And you've got to learn to play within yourself. Be disciplined. Know what your role is on the team.
Yeah, and I didn't see who that hold was called, but it was a spot foul, so it was downfield, too. It might not have been one of the linemen.
It could have been a receiver then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got his hands outside the shoulders a little bit probably.
Jameer now 3rd and 12. He's going to the outside. Zyron's got to come back for that ball. Zyron waited on that ball. He's got to come back to that ball. He comes back. He's got a reception.
Yeah. Much like a punt on that, but we didn't want that. We wanted a reception. Puts him deep, but you're exactly right. Zyron, he's got to play that like he would have posted basketball. He's got to give himself a chance to be the guy that's controlling the situation. He's the receiver. He's got rights to his spot. Go take it.
Oh, and he's an athlete that compete with anybody else that deep down the field for a football. Got to go get it. All right, 1st and 10 now to Blanchard as the drive stalls on the 6-yard line.
Nice play.
And I believe that was, again, Miller coming up and making the first hit.
Yep. And one way to stop a fast guy going outside is to get a good hit around his legs. He gained 6 yards, but that could have been a lot worse. Now, on the other side of that, our DB needs to be able to come up on that from the corner and control that run. But the nice stop by Delmone to get him slowed down.
Ryan High flying in there after the fact as well. 2nd and 4. They go to the outside. That's Kiefer Landes out there with containment. He's going to bring him down, but not until 10 yards are gained. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for Blanchard.
Yep. And that's a lot like that run game. He's playing a short game to try to bring those defensive backs up a little bit to beat them deep. And that was Brayson Carter out there. He threw that too. Their speedy guy. He's coming out right now.
Xavier Scott, cornerback on the far side. Coming this way. Beavers with containment, and that's Miller chasing him down.
Same type of play. You pull the defensive backs off by sending 2 or 3 guys deep. Linebackers kind of break down because they think it's going to be a run. That's what the formation looks like, and all they do is just kind of sit that guy out there about right on the line of scrimmage, about 5 yards off of it. And it's an easy play, just a little pitch and catch. Guarantees you 4 or 5 yards too when you run the guys off like that.
Another 10 yards, 1st and 10 for Blanchard. They're now at their 33. Up the middle, Jason Hare holding on. Beavers comes in and helps out. Going to be a pickup of 2.
Yeah, nice assist by Beavers. That could have went for 3 or 4 or 5 yards. Jason was holding on for dear life. Good to see Beavers come up. But Jason played that well. He pursued the ball. He didn't get caught behind a block by breaking down too quickly. 2nd and long. That's good to see.
So in that defensive backfield, we've called Kiefer Landes, Dietrich Beavers back is Ejon Thomas at the safety spot. Xavier Scott on the far side, and Delmone Miller has been in a lot. That's going to be a give, and great play by Lance Williams.
Yeah, Lance Williams, he read that the entire way.
Lance is having himself a very good game as the sophomore. Watch him fight off his block, and he does not allow the quarterback to make the decision.
Right. TFL, man. Tackle for loss. Put him in 3rd and long. This is where we need him to be. I think it really limits their offense. Although it opens it up in some ways with him because he likes to get out of the pocket. But it limits the ability to do those little short passes and runs up the middle to keep us honest.
1:12 to go here in the 1st quarter. The Wolves with a big 3rd down. Can we get the ball back? Defense on the field. They look to go wide. Being chased. Beavers up. And that's the scat that you show. That's what happens with Blanchard.
Yep.
Is they have big plays, and it usually comes from broken plays.
Yep, that was a broken play. They had him dead to rights. Where number 3 caught that ball, nobody else was. And that's Carrick Pierce. He's one of their good defenders, but he's also good, plays receiver quite a bit. He just found a spot.
Yep, 68 yards, and then he runs through the defense. Just not able to catch him.
Nope.
And make the stop.
That was unfortunate, too. They had that play stopped, and he ran back to the everybody to pursue to the ball.
The kick is up, and the Wolves retain the lead. Another advantage to Rhett Neese.
Yep.
Wolves, 44 seconds to go in the quarter. They trail they are up 7-6 against the Blanchard Lions. We'll be back in a moment.
LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
As we come back, 44 seconds left. Monty, that last play by Blanchard, we had a lot of conversations about that before the game. That's kind of what they do.
Yeah, they practice that. Him finding that spot was meant to be that way. Once he started to scramble, you settle in where the defense has pursued past, and if you catch the ball, a couple of cuts and you're home free, or you've got a good gain at least.
Deep for the Wolves, Delmone Miller, and it's going to Dietrich Beavers. He takes it at the 20-yard line, up the sideline, and is going to be knocked down at about the 36-yard line. They'll mark it 35, 36-yard line.
Nice return. Sets us up good field position.
The offense has been able to move the ball. We've been successful on third downs.
Yes, we have. A couple of holding penalties have hurt us, especially on the last drive, but we've moved the ball well.
So with 39 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Shawnee up 7-6. Coach Madonna calling the play on the sideline, I would think, as the players run out. Jameer Owens leading the crowd. Ejon Thomas coming in at center this time is big number 62, Harvey Villa. So they're swapping linemen about to keep them fresh. Mm-hmm. Villa, the starter at center. Dietrich Beavers around the corner. Dietrich Beavers takes the corner, up, down, and around, and now outrunning the defense of Blanchard all the way down to the 15-yard line. I see no yellow on the field. It's being marked at the 16-yard line.
Watch this little deke right here, about the 40-yard line. 45. He threw a shoulder into him, kind of, and then came back out to the boundary.
49 yards, and that's what Dietrich Beavers does right there.
Mm-hmm. Good speed, good. He used his quickness, and he used his elusiveness both.
At a big time for the Wolves. We needed that as we are now back in the red zone. Another give to Beavers, nowhere to go.
Takes the crowd out of it too. They'd come back, got on the plus side. Home crowd was feeling good. Knock off what, a 50-yard run?
Yep, 49.
But Dietrich on that play, he used all of those skills he has.
Yes, he did, and he put them on display. We'll talk about that when we come back from the quarter. We're at the end of one. Shawnee 7, the Blanchard Lions 6. You're watching Shawnee High School football on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time.
My name is Mike Booth, and I'm your sheriff of Pottawatomie County. My dad means a whole bunch to me. My dad's work ethic, what he taught me about tools to deal with in life and dealing with people, to give your employer an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, how to be respectful to people but still take up for yourself and protect yourself. And he looked a little deeper and a little farther into something instead of just what had appeared on the surface. So that was a big influence for me in school, in the Navy, and in my current career. I admire my wife, and we've been married for 35, 36 years. I have a deep amount of love and respect for her because of the kind of person that she is. She's been through quite a bit, and she understands and knows sometimes when I come in and it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I have been out on a scene, whether it's a homicide scene, a manhunt, or whatever, and I'm tired, and she just pats me on the hand or something and just sits there with me. And so I would say she's my biggest influence now. Some of the things that I would like to do, I would influence county government to be better. We have great elected officials here in Pottawatomie County that make it work and work together and make things work. We need a better system.
Beavers from 17 yards out goes all the way in for the touchdown as
And
we
there
see it here.
is Laundry on the field.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But again, that was Dietrich running to daylight. A nice hole. Good kick out block. He must have had a little bit of jersey, but it was a well-designed play, well ran, especially coming out of a timeout.
Again, another great play by the Wolves. We've seen it, and Holding has stopped them twice
And
in the last 2 drives in the red zone.
I haven't really watched any of those close, and I wonder if a lot of them are just guys getting their hands out. You know, you got to get your feet moving, and that's the key to getting good position.
So you go from a 14-6 lead to first down and 21.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Got to get inside the 10 for a first down. That's Ejon Thomas next to Owens. Owens looks over the middle. He's going deep to Delmone, and he overthrows it. 3 gold jerseys in the neighborhood.
Yep. That was a big one, too. That was a 15-yard penalty. That was a 10-yard penalty, I guess. They got first and 27 on there, but it's actually second and 20 now.
Yeah. Again, I guess they marked it as a spot foul. They took him back 12 yards from the original line of scrimmage. That's all that I can imagine.
Right. Good defense by Blanchard on that last play.
Owens, again, looking over the middle. He breaks away from the first, gets it downfield to Miller. Miller on the broken play, down the sideline, in for it. I don't see the mark. Where's the flag? I don't see it. It's dropped at the 5-yard line.
I bet it's a holding on us. I think those receivers are getting their hands outside the tackle.
You see the flag go in there.
I think it'll be on number 4.
Let's see that replay again if we can. Again, 2 touchdowns now called back for Shawnee. This one a great play by Jameer.
Jameer and good by Delmone to find a spot. See, now, I don't know if that was holding, but
that's what they're calling.
Yeah, I won't complain about it. Again, though, he got his hands outside of himself, and he needs to keep those in.
That's what they're calling.
You know, 10 did his job, though. He made it. He sold it too. Oh, block in the back.
Touchdown, Shawnee Wolves.
I guess we both had that wrong.
I think they're going to correct that call. As we take the touchdown call back.
That's 3.
Yeah, that's 3 touchdowns we've had to take back.
Yeah, and this one drive.
I don't know. I didn't see the block in the back.
Yeah, I was too busy chatting about the previous play.
Well, that's the play they're calling it on, my friend.
Is that the one they're calling it on?
So I'm wondering if they're calling that on Keno.
Yeah, and if they are, that's a tough call because the guy turned
it's a really
into
tough call.
Yeah.
He didn't block him in the back. He had him face to face. As the Wolves take a timeout, that's another hard one. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, and they're moving them back to the 30-yard line, 31-yard line.
So there must have been a play that was run while we were watching that replay. And that must have been where the block in the back came from. But I think it's got to be 2nd down because it was 2nd down when the play occurred.
Yes.
And it wasn't a dead ball. So I think we're 2nd and 21 again.
Well, now we're back at the 31,
Yeah.
so it's going to be 2nd and 26 maybe?
Something like it.
2nd and 26 or 3rd and 26 as they figure it out. The Wolves with a timeout. It's been an entertaining game so far.
It has. It has been an entertaining game. We've played good defense for the most part. Our offense has been effective, but the same thing for them. They played good, decent defense, and their offense has been effective when they need to be. Two evenly matched teams, I think. They tend to play to each other's tendencies.
Well, this has been our calling card through the year, and I'd love to say gradually it's getting better, but we have to see the evidence that it's getting better.
Right.
And I'm not seeing that right now.
And even if there's occasionally a call that was a 50-50 call, didn't go your way, sometimes those calls come because of what you were doing on a previous play. And it just becomes a –
Beavers makes the first one miss, cuts up the middle, keeps going as Dietrich gets all the way down to the 20-yard line. He's going to pick up 11 on the run.
That was a nice run. A good call by Coach. I guess it is 4th down. Is it 3rd down or 4th down? I would assume. I can't imagine that we're at 4th down right now.
I don't know. I can't either. Unless there was a loss of down. I didn't see that from a block in the back.
Neither thing that we did would have been a loss of down.
This is Rhett Neese stepping on a weapon that is now being recognized at the next level as Rhett, ranked one of the top kickers in the state, kicks it up and through Rhett Neese.
And Rhett paid off on that too.
Good from 37 yards. He made it look easy.
Yeah,
There's a flag down. Another flag.
Another flag. Is it against us?
Dead ball foul, personal foul against Shawnee. The kick is good. Now, that is too bad.
That is too bad. Now you're going to give them a short field to work with. But going back to Rhett, and
I think we lost it down. I think I'll review the footage
I think we
later,
did too.
but I think we lost it down.
I think we did too. On that field goal, though, Coach set him up. If it was 3rd down, which is debatable, but that's what we're at. He set him up to be a little bit closer in, and Rhett paid off. And he's got to do that. That's how you win ball games. If he continues, that's gonna win ball games for us in the future. And maybe tonight, maybe in a couple hours.
That's certainly the future.
You look back at the Seminole game, and this is nothing against Rhett. He was in some bad situations. There was a lot of wind that night, but 3 points would have won that ball game. And he is growing up as a kicker and a football player, and it's fun to see.
Yeah, not often do you have 2 years experience. You're coming into your 3rd season as just a junior. But he's had a powerful leg, and I think you're right. He's kind of coming into his own now.
He is. And, man, a kicker can be worth weight in gold for creating.
Without a kicker, we're looking at 4th down and 11.
Exactly.
From the 20-yard line.
From the 20-yard line. And your options are really to get any kind of score. And it was we could have made a 1st down, but still, though, we're way out.
Yes. 10:47 to play here in the second. 10-6 our score. Rhett Neese set to kick. This is where you like him to have a big leg.
Yeah, if he gets behind these guys too, and that ball goes to maybe the 15-yard line, it could roll in. There's no wind either, so he doesn't have anything in his face.
Let's see how he boots it. I think they went with a pooch. You're going to take it at the 45 to the 45 with a 10-yard return. And that's the defense set up on the Shawnee side.
Yeah.
We've seen that before.
That's a tough situation to be in as a defense. All on a silly foul and what comes after it. Of course, I think the kickoff was smart. From that distance, you give them a free field to run on, and oftentimes that can be bad news on a return kick.
Okay, so 1st and 10 for Blanchard at the 45-yard line. They're going to go deep. Beavers, good defensive play.
Oh, fantastic defense by Dietrich. Again. And he was beat on that play too, but he made up the distance.
Yeah, right here you'll see they're looking that short like you said they would do. They set him up long, and Beavers goes up, sees the ball.
Played his eyes.
And, yep, he did.
He played his eyes and put his hand in there. That's a smart play.
That's a big receiver he's up against as well, and you know that they line him up to do that because people do not respect Dietrich's size. No. They do not understand how big a man he really is.
That was a next-level play, too, playing the eyes like that, especially when you're beat.
Yeah.
Don't give up on the play, and then do what you can to make that play work.
Up the middle they go, and the Wolves going to give up 6 on the run as the tackle made by Jason Hare. He's slow to get up, but I bet the senior stays in.
Oh, I do too. He's tough as nails. Well-designed blocking. They kicked out with that guard. It takes and opens up a nice hole. Our backers, again, kind of pursued down into it, got caught behind the block.
Beaver's in there as well on that tackle. Brings up 3rd down and 4 for the Lions. They give it up the middle, and again, just cutting through the arm tackles. Got to get in front of him.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Tough runner.
So Landis comes in with the tackle.
Again, our backers are a lot of it, I think, is the formations they're in, the way that they're pursuing to the ball, and the decisions the quarterback's making. And then there's some good hats on bodies up front by Blanchard right now. They're doing a good job of blocking.
9:30 to play here in the second. That's going to be complete to the outside. Xavier Scott on the receiver. Going to pick up enough for the first down. That's 11 yards on the first.
Nice play by Cooksey. Good, accurate throw. It's the danger of a short field, too.
Clock continues to roll. 9:15 now before halftime. 1st and 10. Again, this is the time in which we bend but don't break. We've shown that through the season. Let's see if we can hold them here. Up the gut, it has been successful. Ryan High with the tackle, still going to pick up 4 yards, bringing up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, we just have no stoppage up the front. We're getting the easiest thing about it is that nose guard is getting turned every single time. I think what's going to have to happen is the linebacker is going to have to come up strong, but when he does that, you take a chance of getting beat behind you.
Yeah, big number 76. Somebody give us a shout out if you know who that is. He did come back and was in on that tackle, but he's in on it 3 yards downfield.
Right.
We need the penetration. And again, up the middle.
There you go. He got around the block that time.
Yep. I think that was Villa.
Yeah, was that Villa?
That is.
It is. So they substitute. Yeah, he got around the block that time.
Jamar Favors, big number 51, junior. 275
He just slipped
junior.
him. Just slipped him.
Yep.
Good play by the linebacker to come up and help. Makes it a third, not a 3rd and short either. That's a 3rd. That's not an easy play.
Good call by Coach Blitch too to get a fresh legs in there, and it pays off as they attack that middle. 3rd down and 5 to go.
I'd look for one of those little slip screens.
Definitely 4-down territory for the Lions, and they're going to do a keep. Somebody called a timeout, I think, before the play.
Yep.
As the Wolves had that snaked out.
We had that stuffed.
As we want to talk again about El's Jewelry. Kent Elwinger over there, Shawnee's friendly jeweler. Been doing it a long time, and we certainly appreciate their support, as do the Wolves, to help bring Shawnee football to television.
Yeah, Kent's one of the good guys.
Kent's a great guy. He's got a great selection over there with his Amanda and Melissa helping him. They can help you with whatever your jewelry need is. In fact, one of our guys just recently went by there, bought a watch, nice-looking watch. They've got all kinds of things in there. Yeah. If there's something that you're interested in that a jeweler may have, no need to go anywhere else. Stop at Shawnee's friendly jeweler.
Well, you know he's got good taste, too. He married Sydney.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's a fantastic woman.
I saw them both at the game at Seminole. I'm sure we'll see him again come Carl Albert.
They're good people.
El's Jewelry right there on Kickapoo before you get to OBU across from the Sonic. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 to set the stage for you. 7:39 to play. before halftime. This drive, Monty, started at the 45-yard line after a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Wolves on the extra point, or not the extra point, but on the field goal.
On a made field goal, and I don't know what it was, but it's an unnecessary foul.
We're going to continue to work on those. I know it's top of the line for the coaching and the coach's staff. That discipline will come. Big third down for the Wolves. They give it around the edge. Delmon Miller over there, unable to stop the edge.
That little jet sweep has been a big play for them, too.
Yeah, it
you
has.
notice with Brayson Carter, all his runs are long. I noticed, too, I think, on that previous play that timeout stopped, they were playing that as 4 down anyway.
Yeah,
they were going to play where they thought the soft spot would be with the run, then probably come back with a pass if they didn't make it.
That big hit as he's going out of bounds, the one who laid the leather, that was Dietrich Beavers.
Dietrich Beavers. Mr. Tough.
They're going to the end zone. Miller unable to make the tackle.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Blanchard.
So I think the difference between this series and the last series and the first 2 series is that their receivers are, 1, they're running really good routes. They're getting off our guys, and 2, that was basically a screen. They screened him off. Our guys had to switch. Delmon switched late. Great call by them in a short yardage situation like that near the goal line.
And so they score with 7:27 to go before halftime. The kick is up, and this one is good. So the Wolves, for the first time tonight, trail 12-10 as you're watching Shawnee High School Sports on ShawneeCTV.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option, well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I asked for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy.
Back at Lions Stadium in Blanchard, the Wolves trail Blanchard by the score of 13-10. Monty, you were saying the receivers running good routes made the difference.
Yeah, running good routes and also crossing is basically just a legal pick that they did to pull off our guys and create space for that receiver running to the boundary side. Great play call. It's an excellent call in short yardage like that where you're bunched up against the end line like that, and we just didn't come off of it quick enough.
Ejon Thomas recovered the squib kick down at the 30-yard line. 7:26 to play now before halftime. It's been fun watching the Wolves offense, except after the plays, too much laundry on the field. Already 50 yards given up in penalty yards here in the first half.
Unnecessary penalties too, I think.
All penalties are unnecessary, Monty.
Yes, they are.
Jamar to Delmon.
Nice catch.
Pickup of 19 yards as that is marked at the 50, 20 yards on the reception from Jameer to Delmon.
He has a good understanding of his body. His body is always in such a good spot to be able to receive the ball. He runs good routes, but his body control is just tremendous for a high schooler.
Yeah, 80 yards so far on the night for Miller in his receptions.
I think it might be a face mask. I thought it looked like Dietrich's head got snapped back.
Personal foul, face mask.
Really good play by their nose guard. He just completely beat our center. But when he came over the top of him, I thought Dietrich's head snapped back. Well, good. We got one back on a penalty. That's good to see. It's a
big one too.
It's a big one.
As it moves us deep inside Lion territory to the 35-yard line, gives us a first and 10.
A 20-yard swing on that play.
Jamar out to Beavers, and Beavers down the sideline, makes one miss all the way to the touchdown! Shawnee Wolves! What a play by Jameer Owens as he takes the poor snap. He knows where his outlet is, gets it over to Beavers all the way for the score.
He is such a cool customer, Jameer Owens is. It drops the ball on the snap, picks it up. He could have just fallen on it. That would have been a very smart play, but he picks it up, tries to run forward, and then has enough awareness to understand where his outlet's at. That's the thing about it. He had enough awareness to know that that's where his outlet was. What a cool customer.
Wonderful to see as the Wolves bring it back. Rhett Neese puts it between the uprights. The Wolves go to 17. They lead 17-13 with 6:36 to play in the half.
He made that play with his feet, but he made it more with his brain. His coolness and his ability to understand where he was, field situation, the situation on the field, and know where his outlet was, made that play.
And you know, I asked his teammates about Jameer. I was like, hey, what is his strength? And one of his junior buddies said to me, his head.
Yeah.
He's in it. He'll pick you up after a play when you need to be picked up. Mm-hmm. He is a smart, intelligent player.
Yes.
And that's the type of play that the coaches know. That's why they have him in there.
Yes. Yeah, and he could have done all sorts of crazy things on that play too. Panicked, tried to pick it up and run backwards. There's all sorts of things you do to try to create something. But he knew where his outlet was. I was wondering why he just didn't fall on the ball. First I was thinking that. But he knew where his outlet was, and he knew that if he could get a little bit of space, he could toss it out there to him. That was where he was going. He wasn't trying to run upfield. He was trying to get that ball to Dietrich.
And it worked for a 35-yard touchdown strike as Beavers made it work out in open field. Man,
what a move, too.
Film on Dietrich Beavers is going to scare the daylights out of defensive backfield coaches.
Did you see him make that move on that guy?
I'm surprised that he even touched him.
Yeah. And then he was able to speed past the guy who had him dead to rights at about the 10-yard line.
Another pooch kick to the 30, and the Wolves are going to start their defense at the 45-yard line. Another hit on special teams delivered by Kiefer Landis.
Yeah, with his leg, I didn't quite get that one.
Boom.
But I don't want to question the coaches.
Kiefer had some help there on the hit, and that was by his teammate. I don't think it was Dawson.
What was the number? 22?
Dominic Vereb.
He was
also in on that tackle.
Yeah, he was Dominic, I believe, is a freshman too, right? Or is he a sophomore this year? He's a wrestler.
He is a wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit older than that. He's one of our seniors.
Oh, is he a senior? Okay.
He might have come out late for wrestling, though.
He may have. Yeah,
First and 5 for Blanchard. They give up the middle, and the Wolves give up nothing. Good tackle there by DeMario Joyner.
Yeah, nice play by our front three. Starting to seal up that middle.
Favors was in there as well, as both those guys working hard, and they stopped that play to rights. Very good.
Looks like he's a little bit hurt, too. Really defensive linemen to create a plug in the middle like that, all they've got to do is just get up underneath their guy. It's a battle of getting good leverage, and that's what he did on that play.
2nd and 6. Oh, Williams so close.
Really good blocking
stop
up front.
Him short. Well, one side gives it to him, I guess.
It's awfully out. I think they're going to go ahead and mark it short. Nope, they'll give him a first down. Nice blocking up front by Blanchard.
Jason Hare on the tackle.
Again,
And that's where he got. He made it to the line.
Yes, he did.
Before the big hit threw him back. And again, Lance Williams just a step late in that backfield to hold that containment.
Right. I have been impressed with the blocking downfield by their receivers. They do a good job.
Blanchard goes out to the far side. Ejon cuts inside. And again, that's going to be Kiefer Landis with the hit. He's going to step out after a pickup of 7 yards.
You could hear that hit from up here, too.
Yeah. Kiefer having a good game.
You know, he's a pole vaulter.
I believe it.
And pole vaulters are fearless. And he plays that defensive back position kind of fearlessly.
I like to say they're fear-free.
They're fear-free?
Fear-free.
Fear-free. That's a good one. That's not even semantics.
5:14 to play now before halftime. Been an entertaining first half. The
It
Wolves
has.
want to hold them here. They're going out to the outside. Landis again on the play. He's going to stop them short this time, a yard short, and bring up third down.
Yeah, and this puts them in a situation. They've got to run the ball. Chances are they would pick it up. But this creates a conundrum for a pass-first offense like this.
Kiefer doing well with his tackling. He's really wrapping
Mm-hmm.
them up, and then he's getting down what you like to see, Monty,
On the
getting
legs.
down low onto the legs.
Yeah, you can't tackle guys up high, especially guys who are big like that guy
They're
is.
trying to draw him off. 3rd and 1. Can the Wolves get a stop for a loss? They give it up the middle. He's hit. He drags the tacklers for a few yards. It's going to be a first down after a pickup of 3. Jason Hare on the tackle, and also Favors again. Favors doing a good job since he's come in there.
Yeah, that was well played by both teams. Jason met him at the point of attack. It was just hat on hat, and the runner kind of slipped inside of him a little bit. You only need to gain about 1.5 yards, and he had enough lean to begin with. Good play by the Wolves, though. There's sometimes those can happen where you come upon a guy and they get by you, and then all of a sudden you got a guy running free to the end zone. But we played that play well.
1st and 10 from the 33. He keeps it this time. And again, steadily moving the ball down the field. Lance Williams with the tackle, pickup of 4.
Again,
for
our
Blanchard.
middle was just a little too – there's just not enough containment there. Somebody's got to pick that quarterback out on that option like that and make sure that he doesn't pull it back and have enough. 4 to 5 yards on that's all they want. Even 3.5 or 4 would work. It puts them in positive downs.
3:23 and counting before the half. And now we're looking over the top. They're going to at Beavers again. This time it's going to be complete. Flag down. We'll see which side that goes to.
I think that's a push off on them.
The one who threw it is marking it, though.
Oh, he didn't push him off. I'm not so sure there's actually a penalty either. That was good defense and just a good reception. I thought he had pushed off, but he didn't. Good body control by Carter. Puts them at a 1st and 5. We will get the ball back with time, though, if they score here. Hopefully we can hold out of the end zone.
Let's make them kick it.
Mm-hmm.
3:08 and counting. First and goal from the 5, as you said, Monty.
Watch for that little cross again where they pick.
They going over the middle. Touchdown. Cut right in front. Same receiver. Number 2. Who's that?
Number 2, I cannot remember his name, but let me look here
See
on
if
the
you
sheet.
can see it in this darkness.
Hudson Penman, or Perryman, Hudson Perryman.
Perryman.
You know, he has about 9 receivers through 2 games that he's thrown the ball to. So they do move it around quite a bit.
Yeah. As Blanchard gets a score in for the extra point.
You can really tell he's a third-year guy too. He has good presence in the pocket.
Yep.
You've got two very good quarterbacks out here tonight. He has good presence in the pocket. He doesn't get outside of himself.
Yeah. Talking about good family food every day at the Branding Iron. Shawnee's Branding Iron right there at 45th and Harrison. If you look over there, it's a chop house. It has a tavern, has great steaks, great potatoes, mashed potatoes, great vegetables, all seared in that fire, how they do the fire searing stuff. Man, Monty, it's good stuff. I'm pretty hungry right now, too.
Are you? You're making me hungry.
The Branding Iron. Stop in and see them, and we want to thank the Branding Iron for their support of Shawnee High School athletics and all of the community.
You know, I lived on oatmeal today, driving back from College Station. So a steak sounds really good right now.
It does. You can almost see it.
Oatmeal and string
sizzling.
cheese.
Oh. All right. Beavers and Miller back for the Wolves.
The way this offense has been moving, we've got time here to put some points up.
Let's see if they kick it down to him. Beavers going to pick him up. Gets it to the outside. And a good little run back by Beavers. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
He is just so quick, so quick. It's that closing speed he has too. You don't think he's running that fast. And before you know it, he's out. He's got the edge on somebody.
A lot of fun to watch.
He's a lot of fun to watch. Is Dietrich a junior this year as well?
Yes.
That's what I thought. You know, we had him on the track as a freshman, running relays.
Mm-hmm.
Dietrich's had speed the entire time.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Wolves. They mark it at the 37-yard line. The give is to Beavers. He's hit in the backfield. He makes it back to the line of scrimmage on his diligence alone.
Yeah, that was all Dietrich. That was from the backside too. They're playing that. They're playing that play to that. That's what they're playing to. I'd look for the coach.
Jameer looking to the outside. Now he's going to have to run. And he's going to do the smart thing and throw it away.
Nice play by Jameer. You remember that first game when he got outside like that, he took a sack.
Right.
When he had time to throw it away. He's growing. Even as smart as he is, he's realizing places he can improve.
Well, both sides with 2 timeouts remaining, 2:14 to play. The Wolves really need a first down here. They do not want to give the ball back.
That's a lot of
to
momentum.
Blanchard.
Yeah, Blanchard's got the momentum
going into
right
halftime.
Now. Yeah. We get the ball coming out of half, but it would be nice to.
Timeout called by Blanchard. We'll take it.
It'd be nice to have a 2-for-1 here, too. I mean,
It would be nice.
Yeah.
I said we'll take it, but that's just because I'm going to talk about somebody over here. I want to talk about another one of our great sponsors. How about David Nicholas over at Harrison Discount Pharmacy? Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy on the corner of Harrison and Independence. They'll deliver your pharmaceuticals for you, free delivery. Also, they've got a great little shop there.
Yes,
Monty,
they do.
you ever go in? Do you know David?
David's been a longtime supporter of ours. I don't know him personally, but I will tell you that I know that they helped out one of their buddies across town during the tornado. They took over their prescriptions.
Yeah.
While they were moving, which says a lot about the character of him to do that. He's a Shawnee guy. He's a good man. And
David Nicholas, you're right. He is a great man. I've served on boards with David. I've had fun with David. I see David working out at the YMCA. You know, even over at OBU. Now after the disaster, just a great all-around community supporter.
And a small
David
business.
Nicholas and Harrison Discount Pharmacy.
Small businessman who's been around for a long time, too.
Yeah.
And
Yes, he has.
he's-
And he enjoys what he does.
He does.
He shows up and gets it done, and they're going and blowing. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy right here in Shawnee. Okay, big third down for the Wolves, 3rd and 10.
It would be nice to be able to pick this up. Again, momentum. It'd be nice to be able to go down and get a score, get a 2-for-1.
Need a big play from our quarterback here.
Yes, we do. 5 wideouts.
He gets it to Delmon for a first down, as well in front of the pin. And again, we called it that we needed a good play from our quarterback. He delivers, Monty.
And watch how he, again, field awareness. He knew where he was. He threw that right at the line of scrimmage. He waited till the last minute for Delmon to come open and hit him wide. What a fantastic play.
He has had a fantastic first half.
He has. Didn't get rattled when the guy came from the edge on him.
The give to Beavers. He makes the first miss, and he ends up picking up 3 yards. Good play by Beavers. Just keeping that yardage
Right.
positive is so important.
Right. Look for maybe a pass down the middle of Delmon here. Use that height. Check down.
And another first down for the Wolves as he jumps forward. Another pickup of 10 yards and another completion by Jameer Owens.
And again, he checked down to his safety valve. You know, that was a progression there. He went through 2 receivers before he went to him. Young's man's getting more and more impressive every single game.
Jameer Owens, Beavers next to him. This time looking into the flat. That's going to be almost picked off. He did not see that back lurking there.
Yeah, that's
Fortunate for the Wolves.
That's one of those dangerous passes that a guy begins to read your tendencies to check down. He knew where he was going and hung back, hung out of his eyesight. Jameer's got to watch for that one, but that's a growing moment for him. Nothing bad happened from it. He can grow from that.
Brings up 2nd and 10. 59 seconds you see on the screen. Jameer pulls up, gets rid of it over the middle. I don't think Delmon was able to see that.
Right.
He made a good choice. That's a tough pass to be able to make. But you see Delmon coming over the middle. He does break free. Jameer sees it. I don't think.
Just needed to lead him a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, it was body positioning.
Delmonte didn't see that one.
Right. Yeah.
Until the last. Another big 3rd and 10. They go down the far side. He's open.
Might be a touchdown.
And touchdown, Shawnee! Whoa! Another 40-yard strike. This one to, was that Thomas or was that Miller? Another touchdown by Delmon Miller.
That was pure speed too, Daniel. He blew by him. I don't know if he stood flat-footed. I don't know if he expected him to cut back across, if that was he was playing off of another route, but that was a great route by Delmon.
And he went up and he got that and took it to the house, again going to the pylon.
You know, it did look like that was a fly route, but if you watch it at about the 20-yard line, he deked in on him like he was going to go just with his shoulders and then flew down. That's why that kid stopped.
Well, and here we see the extra point by Rhett as it flies through good. He is, again, 3 for 3 and 1 for 1.
Yep.
4 for 4 on the night for Rhett Neese.
Fantastic kicker. They're weight in gold when they're good like that.
About a minute 30 passes on that drive by the Wolves after the Blanchard score. The Wolves coming back, showing a lot of character tonight.
Yeah, just in some tough situations they were in. That 3rd and long, some good composure they had guys on top of him at least 3 plays during that series too. They had guys in the backfield on him. Good composure, and I just can't say enough about the route running by Delmon Miller. the routes he's running right now are next level.
Well, he's a next level athlete.
He really is.
And he has the personality to go with it.
Yeah.
Great kid.
Well, the
And
body size, too.
I know I said it earlier, but that's one of the things that just impressed me so much last week, being on the sideline of Ardmore and being able to just feel the culture of the sideline, was how these guys encourage one another, how they're each other's best friend, and they can, it can be a different person every time that's doing the encouragement or that's, making the funny joke and making sure that his buddy's okay. It was just really fun to see how these guys are as individuals. Taken at the 23-yard line and brought down by Kiefer Landis again.
You talk about a player who's coming into his own, Kiefer Landis, like a heat-seeking missile.
Kiefer has been a difference maker tonight.
He has been.
I have him on 7 tackles here in the first half, counting 3 on special teams.
And he launched himself on that. When he played that the way you're supposed to play, when you're the guy kind of targeting that man, you need to.
I don't know that we want to see
well,
here launching or targeting.
Yeah. Those weren't supposed to fit together that way. When you're the guy who's running down like that.
What are they talking about here? They're putting more time on the clock. But yes, go ahead.
Yeah,
without using those two words in the same sentence about one of our guys.
But his body, his awareness, and his sellout. He's selling himself out for the play, and that's you want to see that in your ball players, especially the guys who play in space like that. They've got to be able to sacrifice themselves.
Well, Coach Blitch has both Kiefer, and Ejon Thomas deep to try to thwart any big plays coming down the field. Here's the scramble, and enough Wolves there. They keep them in bounds.
Yeah, we'll
That's
take that
going to
all
cost
day.
them a timeout.
We'll take that all day. And that costs quite a bit of time, too.
Yep. On that tackle, let's see who got in there. At first, I think it was High who goes by. Hare finishes up, and that's number 11. I'm going to have to look that one up. Oh, no, it's Toby Gray.
Toby Gray. I thought it was. I get Toby's numbers confused because he's 40 in baseball.
Well,
but
Toby's been a little quiet tonight, but also another responsibility that we got to give a shout-out to Toby Gray on is he's also the deep snapper.
Yes.
So for all of those extra points and field goals, that's Toby Gray in there snapping to Lance Williams, who's the holder.
Right. I'm beginning to see in this game, too, and from what I understand from last week's game this happened, our linebackers are beginning to play off one another, and that's good. They need to. They need to be acting as one. And that was one of those situations where they were playing off of one another to stop a play short like that when they needed to.
Yep. Well, I'm glad we had center fielders because they did have a few people break loose in the deep backfield when the scramble had occurred.
He's got an arm, too. He can deliver it deep.
We got to stay behind those guys. 24 seconds to go. Here we go before halftime. They roll out. He's going to go down the field. Incomplete. Coverage there by Delmon. And pressure by Lance Williams.
I almost wish he'd have caught that because I don't think we'd had about 8 seconds on the clock when he'd gotten up there. Of course, they would have stopped it, I guess, but
for a moment.
But he's good pressure. Was that Lance Williams on the pressure?
It was Lance Williams, and now another flag on the Blanchard Lions is going to move him back, I believe, 10 yards. That's an illegal man downfield.
Which is a little strange to see on a play like that.
So 5. Brings up 2nd and 10 with 19 seconds.
Again, the Wolves just need to keep him in front of them. Anything short's not going to hurt you. Pursuit of the ball.
They hand it off, see what they can do there. And he's going to get out of bounds as Toby Gray with the stop. They didn't keep containment. The Wolves have to get that containment.
I'm not so sure the clock ran on that.
Yeah, only 2 seconds went off.
Yeah, the clock didn't run on that play.
It started at 19 seconds.
Yeah.
They didn't start it until he went out of bounds.
They never started the clock.
That got him to the 45. They go over the middle, incomplete. 12 seconds.
They may have ran 3 seconds off on that play, I think.
No, that's a 5-second play.
That's a 5-second play. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Try to give them the benefit
and
of the doubt.
the last play was more like a 7-second play.
Right. Good defense by the Wolves, though. They see to keep this all in front of them. I don't think they've got a kicker that can kick a field goal from there, so they keep it in front of them. They don't have any timeouts left.
You know they're going to go deep. Keep him in bounds. Watch the clock.
The only thing about this situation is it really opens up the playbook for them from right here. You can do a lot of different kinds of crossing routes.
They start the clock. They'll have one more play. But this is the extra play with 1 second on the clock that they should not have.
No, they should not.
The Wolves from their own 35-yard line defending deep.
This is where you've got to watch those little crossing pick plays, though. It's very similar to what Del Moen did when he went down there and caught that first touchdown pass. You get a guy streaking across the middle, streaks between 2 defenders, and a quarterback with a good arm, and all of a sudden it's 27-24. So you've got to make sure that you contain the guys in space and you have good field awareness of where the guys are coming from and to. Eyes on space on something like this.
They go over the middle.
Yeah. It's done.
And that's going to do it for the half.
Patty's stats, but that doesn't hurt us at all. We get the ball back.
The Wolves, with a good first half, they did in the second quarter cut down on their penalties, which is great to see, Monty.
It is great to see. And what's impressive about this, too, is our offense is what's keeping it. Our defense is playing well against a very good offensive team, but our offense is matching them. And that has not been happening. And not last year, the first couple of games this year either. We are playing well, complementary football across the field.
For the last 12 games, we have not scored more than 2 offensive touchdowns. Tonight in the first half, we have 3.
And we'd had 4 or 5 because some of those things came back. I mean, we've been moving the ball. Excellent complementary football.
On the defensive side, Lance Williams has a big half with 4 defensive stops. Toby Gray with 3. And, really a shout-out to Kiefer Landy's excellent first half with 7 tackles for the cornerback who's playing safety tonight.
7 tackles?
7 tackles,
wow.
And that includes 3 special teams tackles.
Right.
So from Blanchard, Oklahoma, the Wolves up 24-20. We're going to take a break with you. Stay with us. We will be back for the second half as you're watching Shawnee Wolves football on ShawneeCTV. Together, we're building community one season at a time. It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time at our Shawnee Sonic.
Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online.
Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy.
For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Hardesty Market in Delhi, a real butcher shop for over 80 years. Daily lunch specials, just like Mom used to make. Best cuts of meat, and even better people. Your family at Hardesty Market in Delhi. Do you want an easy car buying experience?
Caster Keys on Harrison. No hidden fees, no price gimmicks. Caster Key Auto Mart for a fair and convenient car buying experience.
My name is Mike Booth, and I'm your sheriff of Potawatomi County. My dad means a whole bunch to me. My dad's work ethic, what he taught me about tools to deal with in life and dealing with people, to give your employer an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, how to be respectful to people but still take up for yourself and protect yourself. And he looked a little deeper and a little farther into something instead of just what had appeared on the surface. So that was a big influence for me in school, in the Navy, and in my current career. I admire my wife, and we've been married for 35, 36 years. I have a deep amount of love and respect for her because of the kind of person that she is. She's been through quite a bit, and she understands and knows sometimes when I come in and it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I have been out on a scene, whether it's a homicide scene, a manhunt or whatever, and I'm tired, and she just pats me on the hand or something and just sits there with me. And so I would say she's my biggest influence now. Some of the things that I would like to do, I would influence county government to be better. We have great elected officials here in Potawatomi County that make it work and work together and make things work. We need a better system to be able to do that, whether that's financing county government, options we do not have that municipalities do have. We're having to operate in the Stone Ages, and it makes it very, very tough. County government supports the people of our county more than anybody else does, more than state, more than federal government. You deal with county government and your elected officials and the people that work in county government on a daily basis. Where you live and how you operate and working and your environment, your safety, all depend more on county government than anybody else.
LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy. It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic. Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online. Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy. For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Hardesty Market in Deli, a real butcher shop for over 80 years. Daily lunch specials just like Mom used to make. Best cuts of meat and even better people. Your family at Hardesty Market in Deli. Do you want an easy car buying experience? Castor Keys on Harrison. No hidden fees, no price gimmicks. Castor Key Auto Mart for a fair and convenient car buying experience. At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today. L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo.
My name is Mike Booth, and I'm your Sheriff of Pottawatomie County. My dad means a whole bunch to me. My dad's work ethic, what he taught me about tools to deal with in life and dealing with people, to give your employer an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, how to be respectful to people but still take up for yourself and protect yourself. And he looked a little deeper and a little farther into something instead of just what had appeared on the surface. So that was a big influence for me in school, in the Navy, and in my current career. I admire my wife, and we've been married for 35, 36 years. I have a deep amount of love and respect for her because of the kind of person that she is. She's been through quite a bit, and she understands and knows sometimes when I come in and it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I have been out on a scene, whether it's a homicide scene, a manhunt or whatever, and I'm tired, and she just pats me on the hand or something and just sits there with me. And so I would say she's my biggest influence now. Some of the things that I would like to do, I would influence county government to be better. We have great elected officials here in Pottawatomie County that make it work and work together and make things work. We need a better system to be able to do that, whether that's financing county government, options we do not have that municipalities do have. We're having to operate in the Stone Ages, and it makes it very, very tough. County government supports the people of our county more than anybody else does, more than state, more than federal government. You deal with county government and your elected officials and the people that work in county government on a daily basis. Where you live and how you operate and working and your environment, your safety, all depend more on county government than anybody else.
LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy. It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic. Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online. Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy. For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Hardesty Market and Deli, a real butcher shop for over 80 years. Daily lunch specials just like Mom used to make. Best cuts of meat and even better people. Your family at Hardesty Market and Deli. Do you want an easy car buying experience? Castor Keys on Harrison. No hidden fees, no price gimmicks. Castor Key Auto Mart for a fair and convenient car buying experience. At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo.
My name is Mike Booth, and I'm your sheriff of Pottawatomie County. My dad means a whole bunch to me. My dad's work ethic, what he taught me about tools to deal with in life and dealing with people, to give your employer an honest day's work for an honest day's pay, how to be respectful to people but still take up for yourself and protect yourself. And he looked a little deeper and a little farther into something instead of just what had appeared on the surface. So that was a big influence for me in school, in the Navy, and in my current career. I admire my wife, and we've been married for 35, 36 years. I have a deep amount of love and respect for her because of the kind of person that she is. She's been through quite a bit, and she understands and knows sometimes when I come in and it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and I have been out on a scene, whether it's a homicide scene, a manhunt, or whatever, and I'm tired, and she just pats me on the hand or something and just sits there with me. And so I would say she's my biggest influence now. Some of the things that I would like to do, I would influence county government to be better. We have great elected officials here in Pottawatomie County that make it work and work together and make things work. We need a better system to be able to do that, whether that's financing county government, options we do not have that municipalities do have. We're having to operate in the Stone Ages, and it makes it very, very tough. County government supports the people of our county more than anybody else does, more than state, more than federal government. You deal with county government and
We are back with Ejon Thomas taking it around the end with speed past the 50, down the 40, all the way to the 30-yard line. I see no flags, Monty Porter.
That's a good way to open the half.
They were talking in the locker room about the speed on the field, and we touched on this. Blanchard's, they rely on a lot of quick movements, but our team really noticed we have a speed advantage in the skill positions.
Yes, we're either matching them or exceeding them right now. Everything they're doing is a lot of what gets them open right now is kind of misdirection. It's getting our guys to play the hard side.
A 45-yard return from Ejon Thomas to start things off here in the second half. Jameer Owens calls for it. He's looking down to the corner and just out of the hands of LaRon Thomas.
Yeah, for some reason, LaRon pulled that up, that route up a little bit.
Yep, he's got to keep running.
Yeah, he turned into a defender on that, but for some reason he pulled that up. It was miscommunication between the two of them, or he just ran the route short.
Jameer, second and 10. He's going to pitch it to, that's Dietrich Beavers with a move up the sideline. Wow. And he makes the tacklers pay Dietrich Beavers for another 12 on the night.
Again, he's showing all those tools that he has at running back tonight. Vision, those loose hips, elusiveness, speed, strength.
Well, how about Owens on that?
Yeah.
Making the commit happen.
Right.
And that just shows how coachable he is. I just heard them talking about that at halftime, and he did it exactly like the coach's asked. As he hands off to Beavers again up the middle, and he's going to have 4, maybe 5 on that play.
Mm-hmm. And he made the guy pay again for tackling him. But you're right about Jameer. It's as impressive as his athleticism is, it's his composure that is setting him apart right now as a quarterback. And it's showing up on a lot of plays. Even when he makes a bad play, he just forgets about it and goes back to the line of scrimmage.
Another give to Beavers as they are feeding the monster as he tries to duck under that tackle. That's going to be a loss of 1. Beavers with 75 yards on 12 carries so far tonight.
They strung that one out well. I don't think that was designed to go around the edge like that. That was an off tackle. And so it was designed to go around the edge of the tackle, but it was not designed to go outside like that.
So Beavers 75 yards along with 45 yards and a touchdown receiving. A little bit low on that toss. Brings up a 4th down. Do you see a flag on the field?
There is a flag in the backfield. Looks like holding. Yep.
That,
I believe they might take this to move us out of field goal range.
That's what I'm saying, is that might take points off the board for the Wolves. Another play in which we hurt ourselves.
Yeah, the way our distance offense has been working, though, tonight, this may give us 2 downs. I wouldn't put us out of this one just yet. He didn't set his feet on that one. His mechanics were a little bit off. Threw it to the ground, kind of overthrew it.
That brings up a big 3rd down and 20. They need to get it up to the 30-yard line. They need a few more yards.
Right.
They get it out to the flat. That's Keno Citizen making a move. He's going to be brought down at the 38-yard line. That's going to be within the range. 45-yard field goal attempt, I would think, will be coming up.
A little bit of wind from that direction.
From Reese.
You wish he would have cut that back to the middle of the field. It was empty, but he'll learn that vision over time.
Rhett Neese going to step up. He'll probably be marking it right at the 45 for a 45-yard line yarder.
I would say there's probably at least a 10-mile-an-hour breeze coming from the north.
Reese gets it up, and he is no good. He had the length. He must have missed that by a foot somewhere.
Yeah, just yanked it to the side. I don't think he pulled it in.
It's a good connection. From here, it all looks good.
Yeah.
So did it go to the left?
I want to see that again. I thought it went. I saw it. I saw the upright disappear, not the ball.
I think we're going to see it again.
I don't want to say they got the call wrong, but I think the coaches would be a little more upset if he did.
It's right there is where it went.
Yeah, it's what they call it, a golf shot. When you use your wedge, you're supposed to yank it to the inside a little bit. Didn't pull his leg enough, I guess.
So 1st and 10 from the 20 for Blanchard as the defense steps back on the field. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle, and he's got a lot of yardage. Going to pick up 15 on 1st down as he keeps it. They're gashing the middle of our defense.
Yeah, our linebackers are again over pursuing, taking themselves completely out of the play. They've got to remain back there. Somebody does, because they're putting a hat on whoever's remaining on that side.
Yeah,
and it's a design play. That's not him.
Good tackle there.
I don't even think that's something for him reading from the sidelines. The way they're blocking that scheme, that's the design play.
DeMario Joyner on that tackle. As he hits him at the line, ends up picking up 4. Bring up 2nd and 6.
This is a lot of what they did to us after the first couple of drives. Just little chunk plays, 4 and 5 yards at a time.
They try to go outside. Good delivery as he came off of it. And He made the right choice.
Yes, he did. Good ball. Good coverage, really, by Beavers.
Not a lot he can do there. As you see him read it.
That was just good positioning by the receiver. Excellent throw by the quarterback.
Beavers with the short tackle. Another tackle.
But
for
this is where
Dietrich.
you bend but don't break.
As quarterback keeps it again. This time he's only going to pick up one. Brought down by Ryan High.
That time he didn't over pursue to the outside. He spied him back into the middle.
I think you're right, Monty, is that the linebackers are so used to getting to each sideline and making plays,
Right.
and the offense is just taking advantage of that tonight.
Well, you know, if you're that middle guy, you got to trust the guy on the outside to have his containment and do what he's supposed to do. And that's that complementary linebacker play, and they've lost that a few times.
And they going downfield, going long on Beavers. Over the hands, and that's what good coverage all night long. You know that pass as a quarterback, this has got to be perfect. And that one just a little bit long.
A little bit long. He didn't steady himself real well on that one either.
Yep.
He was kind of leaning back, and you know you tend to overthrow when you do that.
Fortunate for the Wolves, incomplete, and that brings up a 3rd down and 9.
This is where we want them. I don't think this is 4-down territory for them, not with this score the way it is. Too early in the ball game.
They get up in there.
Nice
and
play.
The tackle is made. I see DeMario there, Ryan High there, and E. John Thomas.
Yep. Ryan High is moving to the ball well.
So Ryan's nickname is I got you. I got you.
DeMario moving down the line on that one too. He played that one right. You know, you're supposed to bring your guy up, get leverage on him, and then flow to the ball, and he played that really well.
DeMario, a quiet good night tonight. Big 4th down at midfield. Can the Wolves get the ball back? The offense would love to have this kind of field position.
I think he's going to kick it.
And
no, he's going to
they
throw it.
try to go deep. They're open, and it's overthrown. Good pressure on the quarterback by Jason Hare.
Yeah, he
caused that throw because the Wolves were in trouble on the deep end.
He was backpedaling the entire time. He didn't have a chance on that throw. Jason was either going to sack him or it may have even been an interception. I was thinking it might hang up a little bit.
But so the Wolves offense comes back with good field position. I could be wrong, but I don't remember us having this good field position at any point in the game other than the turnover.
Well, the kickoff returns to open the second half.
Yeah, that's right.
But
the last one was better.
But not in an in the field type play where there's a turnover on downs or a punt. No, we've been playing behind the sticks a little bit. About the 30 usually, 35. I'm really surprised they went for that though at this stage of the ball game.
So the Wolves trot back out there. As Citizen tries to make that cut, and he's going to be brought down after a 1-yard loss.
You know, we're playing better against them on them against the tackles. They pursue really, really well. That's those linebackers. They lead the team in tackling, which a lot of linebackers do, but they lead across the board on those linebackers. They pursue extremely well, and their safeties do as well. We're doing better between the tackles.
Jameer, straight run. I'm not sure if he was put into that position because of the snap or if that's what the call was. But that brings up a 3rd down on another loss.
Yeah, that one was blown up from the very beginning. Whatever they had planned to that short side of the field, that guy running free off the tackle, their number 54, their end or tackle on that far side over there, he was running free the entire time. That was blown up from the very beginning. He didn't have a chance to make that work.
Big 3rd down and 13 here. Just no mistakes. Positive play as he's hit. And the interception is made. The sideline believes that ball hit the ground.
Came from his blind side, and he turned right into it. Never felt the pressure coming. That's an awful situation to be in as a quarterback. The second it happens, you know what's going to happen. And never felt the pressure coming on him.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 45. Blanchard with the good field position. Defense has been in this position consistently this year. They've performed well. Big play for Blanchard. Can we stop the momentum? Nope. Nope. They've been open the last couple of times going deep there. There's some adjustment that needs to be made as they just run right by them.
That's good coaching too. You get a turnover like that, and you go for the jugular immediately. You know, it's a that's not a
uncommon.
That's not an uncommon play.
No, not at all.
You go to your fastest guy and tell him to run for the corner.
And that kick is good. So the difference is 3 points with 4:54 to play here in the third. I want to give a shout out to the Countywide Sun. Susie Campbell does a great job over there at the Countywide Sun. Everything hyper local for the Countywide. If you want to know what's going on in our Shawnee area, the whole Pottawatomie County area, it's the Countywide Sun that you want to be reading.
You were telling me that, and I did pick it up after the last ball game.
Yep, interesting stories. Huh?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That's the kind of paper that you end up reading all the way through, and you don't realize that you do that.
Well, good journalism.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good journalism, well written.
And Susie's not afraid to argue with me. She tells me when I'm wrong. And I like that. She and Natasha, they do a great job over at the Countywide Sun. Pick one up. Like Monty.
Yes.
That's right. All right, so the Wolves, Monty, tough sequence of plays.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate first turnover for Jameer this year, and tough play from his blind side, and then they turn right around and just really played to their strengths. He's got a strong arm, fast, speedy wide receivers. They probably practice that play over and over again in practice. They know exactly where that ball needs to be, and he threw it to a spot.
Yep.
And it's 27-24.
Again, it's a solid team. You know they're going to come out
This is where we've got to stand up to the test, though.
with some strength out of halftime on their homecoming night. And Laron takes it and goes down at the 40-yard line. As got to keep your heads in it.
That's one of those places where you can lose your composure.
And it costs you.
It costs you. The refs are looking at you, and it costs you 15 yards. You got good field position. You can come back. You've got a short field. This is a manageable series. Put that last series behind you and go down and take the lead again.
Jameer gets the snap, snaps it over for the completion, a 4-yard completion to Ejon Thomas.
There was good protection on that. That's one thing I noticed about that play. We've been letting guys kind of run free on the pass plays. Good protection. Now, we were only blocking 3, but they've been able to rush against us on 3 players. So that's a bit of a change.
Jameer breaks 200 passing yards on that play. He dropped the flag. It sure looked to me like he... Let's see if this block is in the back or if it gets clean. He got...
It could be a blindside block. You know, they call that. But usually yeah, it's a blindside block is what
another
that is.
15 yards. The Wolves at halftime. If we have no penalties, we win this game. And that's been a mantra for a while.
And that is, in a lot of football right now, a real point of officiating right now to cut down injuries, is that blindside block to protect a defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you just touch them, if you come across their body that way from the blind side, they're going to call it on you. He didn't go down. It wasn't a vicious block, but they're going to call it.
It's tough. Got to get some yards here. Give it to your yard maker. And that's going to be a loss on the play.
If we would have went 3 and out on this series, that would have been not good. But going backwards like this is even worse from a field goal perspective, but also just from a confidence perspective. You come out, you give up a turnover, you get a score on you, then you go backwards. It's compiling on itself right now.
Mm-hmm.
We need something positive to happen.
Have to. Jameer up the middle, just trying to get positive yards.
I thought we might see a quarterback run there. Middle of that field was wide open. There you go. Get in there.
Going to pick up 9 on the rush.
All right, come back on defense. Forget about that last series. We've got to turn some momentum here. We need something big to happen. And a 3 and out would be as big as anything you could do right now besides an interception or a fumble, some sort of turnover. A strong 3 and out would be or at least a 4 and out, something to shut them down. At least stop the momentum.
Here we go. Lance Williams with the good punt here. Can help our cause. Gets away a nice one. Flips it over. Taken at the 35. Good return in the open field. Lance, the punter, brings him down. And that's Carter with another open field run.
Yeah, it's that containment thing, though. You've got guys who have to contain to the outside, and they all crashed in. Thought the play was made. And you get a guy like a 3-way player like him, he's going to make you pay on something like that.
Yep, and he's doing it. It was a nice punt by Williams.
Yes, that was good to see.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad he was there to make the tackle.
Mm-hmm. That was almost a 40-yard punt.
Mm-hmm. Blanchard starting off deep in Shawnee territory. They go the screen outside, hit quick, but a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah.
That's Miller with another tackle.
Little 4- and 5-yard chunk plays, bring our guys up, and then they hit for a 10-yarder after that. We haven't been able to solve that all night. Some of that is them just catching in space.
Yeah.
And our guys, of course, if you play up too much, then you lose them deep. So there's a fine line there you've got to run over the top protection from your safeties or something.
They're looking to do it again.
Yep, same play.
Kiefer Landis.
Nice tough run.
I think Kiefer went in with his head down a little bit. He got popped.
Oh yeah, that's a stinger.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a tough break.
Kiefer's had a good game.
He has.
As we'll take this moment to take a break. You're watching Shawnee Football on ShawneeCTV.
LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron, a variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy. It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic. Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online. Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy. For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Hardesty Market in Deli, a real butcher shop for over 80 years. Daily lunch specials just like Mom used to make. Best cuts of meat and even better people. Your family at Hardesty Market in Deli. Do you want an easy car buying experience? Castor Keys on Harrison. No hidden fees, no price gimmicks. Castor Key Auto Mart for a fair and convenient car buying experience. At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today. L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo. LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with Play It Again Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports. We buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron. A variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy.
It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic.
Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online.
Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy.
For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Hardesty Market and Deli, a real butcher shop for over 80 years. Daily lunch specials just like Mom used to make. Best cuts of meat and even better people. Your family at Hardesty Market and Deli. Do you want an easy car buying experience? Castor Keys on Harrison. No hidden fees, no price gimmicks. Castor Key Auto Mart for a fair and convenient car buying experience.
At McElroy and Owens Funeral Group, your loved one never leaves our care. From your first phone call at the time of loss through final resting, we are with you. Stop by McElroy and Owens for a visit today.
L's Jewelry, according to the experts, has everything that you would find in Oklahoma City. Stay home and shop with Shawnee's friendly jeweler. L's Jewelry on Kickapoo. LS Roofing and Construction. From the foundation up, your one-stop shop for your construction and roofing needs. Let Sean and Josh help you. Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen. In before 9, out after 4. Dwight and Darcy, thank you for your patronage to Shawnee Dry Cleaning and Linen.
Hey guys, this is Sean with SHS Sports. We need your help this month to get restocked on a few items, mainly gloves, golf clubs, weights, and benches. And don't forget, we will pay you cash on the spot. SHS Sports, we buy and sell new and used sports equipment.
We always ask for Action Physical Therapy, and we always recommend it to our friends. When we're in the orthopedic doctor's office, they always give us the option. Well, you need physical therapy. Do you have a choice of where you want to go? And we always ask for Action because we know Katie and Andy Landys, and we trust the service and the care that we're going to get there.
I ask for Action.
Family owned, The Branding Iron. A variety of great foods that everyone in your family is sure to enjoy. Order online or dine in. Make tonight every night at The Branding Iron. Discount Pharmacy is concerned about our overall well-being. The Labyrinth on St. Gregory's Abbey grounds. If you're stressed, a walk in the Labyrinth may help you feel better. Harrison Discount Pharmacy, a good neighbor pharmacy.
It's Sonic Good at all 4 of our Shawnee locations. Great food, great fun, the best hamburgers in town. Keeps everybody smiling. Parties or gatherings, there's room for everyone. It's always a good time, Sonic good time, at our Shawnee Sonic.
Bank First in Oklahoma offers a variety of personal and business banking services, including accounts, loans, treasury services, and more. Explore online. Clinic Pharmacy across from the hospital has something for you. Boutique items in Shawnee. All your pharmaceutical needs taken care of at the Clinic Pharmacy. For 25 years, Eric's has served you and your family for all your prescription needs. Eric and his staff love the community and love seeing you in the store conveniently located on North Kickapoo. Make your day brighter by visiting Eric's today.
For over 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
We are back in Blanchard. Score 27-24, the Blanchard Lions in front of our Shawnee Wolves. As the Wolves come back onto the field, Blanchard steps back on the offensive side. The play resulted in a first down, so they're looking at 1st and 10, Monty.
Near the red zone.
Give up the middle, and big number 73 comes in and stops it quickly. That's Logan Skelton, freshman nose tackle.
Yeah, nice play by Skelton. He's got a level of quickness. He's got that wrestler attitude, too. Get up underneath those guys, get good leverage.
Second and 7. And again, they're going out wide this time. And the receiver, after a good move, ends up picking up 4.
Yeah, we had him back to about the line of scrimmage, and he wound up just leaning forward, unfortunately, because we had stopped him for really no gain at that point. It was good defense. Mm-hmm. He just slipped forward on us.
We didn't get the leverage to stop that forward gain. But again, stops him short of the first down. 3rd down, and you see it across the field. 3rd down and about 3.
Uh-huh. Well, it is the end of the third quarter.
So it clicked down without me even seeing that happen, Monty.
Right, I noticed it was about 129 a while ago, but lost track of that.
Let's keep it here.
Yeah.
As we start the 4th quarter, that 3rd quarter, really a quarter I think the Wolves are happy it's over.
Yeah, missed opportunity. There was only 7 points scored. Of course, they're moving in right now, but it's really missed opportunity. We opened it up with a long kick return. We were on the plus side in the red zone, really, and just could not punch it in. Missed a field goal.
Penalties on the drive.
And then we turned back around and had a decent drive, put it back over to them. We got it back. But that interception, that whole sequence, and what happened after on offense was really just a momentum killer, and any positive feelings we had about where we were just kind of tanked at that point.
Yeah.
But, it's a learning moment for this young team. And
it is. They put in probably the best half of the season in the first half.
Well, I think the best half in probably the last 2.5 years.
And they come out, they were excited in the locker room. They were excited. The coaching staff made their adjustments. Coming out, they were talking a little bit. It seemed like maybe they felt like they had just done a good first half as well. And maybe their minds weren't quite as sharp when they started that 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and, you open up with a big, long kick return like that, and you're just thinking, oh, my God, we're set up. We're set up. And then you get a few bad plays, and all of a sudden that goes away.
Okay, that brings up 3rd down, big 3rd down for our defense. 3rd and a long 3 as we start the 4th quarter. The give is up the middle. initially stopped, unable to bring him down, and he's going to fight forward for enough for the first down. Pickup of 6.
Really, we had that defended fairly well. He hit the spot he needed to hit. Yeah, we had that defended well. That number 2 made a decent block on our outside linebacker, and actually is Delmone, a safety coming up.
But Zyron ends up with the tackle, Zyron Campbell.
Best case scenario is we get a turnover here. The best case realistic scenario is that we stop him for 3 points.
Quarterback keeper in for a touchdown.
I think we've got a good, young, talented team. Give all the credit here to the Blanchard Lions. They have a veteran ball club, and they're on a mission this year. And the quarterback is a good quarterback. That was Blanchard. Our defense played that series relatively well. I think they were in good position a lot of times, but it was just a matter of trying to get a stop on 3rd and 3, and we couldn't get off the field.
Well, with that touchdown, the lead becomes a double-digit one, 34-24, as the Wolves now must settle down and get their offense back in gear.
Right.
And that's going to start with the quarterback. Jameer here in the 3rd quarter didn't have a lot of time to do anything.
No.
We're going to need to give him a little bit of time, and he's going to need to make good decisions.
Well, and really, I think we only really had two drives that entire half that were worth anything. I mean, it was in both of them penalty killers, guys coming off the edge to his blind side. Nothing that really allowed us to get a rhythm. One of the things I noticed about that offense in the first half is they would get into a decent rhythm and they would get to feeling it, and when that happens, that's when good things happen. And your offense guys begin to run open. The quarterback begins to see the entire field. The game slows down for you. And I think that 3rd quarter just went against all those trends.
Well, Jameer has had a good ball game. He's under 200 with a loss of 5 on his last. I have him 12 of 15 for close to 200 yards.
He has played very well.
Good catch there, and he drops on it. That's LaRon.
Good field position.
It is. Good hands there. Second time that he's been able to stop that at midfield.
It says a lot about the coach for Blanchard. He's leaning on his defense right now. He's not going to put it in the hands of those speedy backs we've got to potentially return a kickoff. He's going to put it in the hands of his defense and put pressure on our quarterback and try to make it happen there. And right now he's being successful with that.
The Wolves listening to Coach Madonna now. Certainly the play being called there, as I'm telling you, he's saying eliminate mistakes and let's just get us a drive and go get some points.
Everybody do your job. Just do your job.
LaRon is close to us. Ejon in the slot. Jameer calls for it, and he's looking wide open as Ejon. As Ejon gets it at the 25, makes a move at the 5, and he goes down. It is a pickup of 50 yards for the Wolves.
That's a good way to regain the momentum. Excellent vision, good play out of the timeout, the transition on the field, and fantastic pass by our quarterback.
Jameer put it right where he needed to put it. He let Ejon run underneath it, and Ejon gets us in fantastic position to do something good here. That's Dietrich up the middle.
That last pass play too, Daniel. The thing is, that pass was what they had called. That was his first option. You come out of that with some adrenaline floating in you. The fact that he threw that right on target says a lot about his coolness.
Yes.
His ability to be under a pressure situation and perform. He and Ejon both.
Pickup of a yard for Beavers. They're going to give it to him again. He sees daylight. He goes to the goal line. And touchdown, Shawnee Wolves!
That was Dietrich Tough Man Beavers right there. We've got to think of a good nickname for him. He is one of the toughest, smallest runners I've ever seen.
And he goes in for his second touchdown of the night as the Wolves strike back quickly.
He took on guy after guy after guy on that, trying to deny him, and that was just will. Daniel, I think we're different this year.
And Reese, there's a flag thrown on the play. Rhett Neese with another good extra point kick. And
I just hope this isn't on us.
Personal foul against Blanchard. That'll help us on the kickoff.
Right.
As we'll see what they do. I would think that Neese here would probably pooch it and not kick it out of the back of the end zone because he's got the leg to kick it out of the back of the end zone. He could make a field goal from where they're going to spot this kickoff.
Yeah, maybe send it kind of to the towards the corner.
Yeah.
Let one of your guys run towards it.
Exactly.
Hope a guy misfields it because he's got to run into it.
Yeah, pop it down around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's hard for one of those receiving backs to run that laterally to a ball and field it. And it's especially if a guy's coming at him 90 miles an hour. But
So
I was going to say, that takes a lot about our guys. To come back from that third quarter, hit that, and will that ball into the end zone.
Yes. Talking about willing, there's a lot of willing volunteers at Uplift Mentoring as they service 1,000 people in our community through mentoring programs every week. Uplift Mentoring. Many kids in our elementary schools know of Bison Buddies, and that's the facilitated through Uplift Mentoring and OBU athletes coming into our elementary schools to say hello to the kids, and not only say hello, but to spend a half hour with them each week where they can get to know each other. It's the same kid, they're Bison Buddies, and so over the weeks, both sides get ministered to, and what a great thing that is being performed through Uplift Mentoring.
Love into the world. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And
there's that pooch that we were talking about a little too deep, though. It'll come back out to the 20-yard line.
I was very impressed with when you told me about that ministry. The love that we show into the world is often about just the connection we make with people. And when it's that kind of positive connection between generations, that's tremendous.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And you're right on, Monty. As the defense now comes back out onto the field, the Wolves looking for a fourth quarter comeback. How cool would that be, Monty, for this team?
They're set up right now, too. They've got good field position as a defense. Stop the short stuff. Like right here. Play this well. Get on him.
That's Toby Gray.
There we go.
With the loss on first down. Toby Gray out there with the tackle.
You couldn't have asked for a better play. He almost had that edge. We stop him. They're in second long. This is exactly where Blitz wants to be. His defense opens up so much. Even on those little short plays, he's able to do so much more when you really take their playbook and shrink it down.
Yes. Ryan High getting his defense set from his Mike linebacker position, and Blanchard calls for it. Sitting back there, he's got a lot of time to be able to look things over.
Yeah.
And Beavers takes him down after the catch. Flag in the backfield, be holding against Blanchard. That's going to move him back another 10.
Wow.
That'll bring up 2nd and 21.
Maybe the big Mo has turned our way.
I think on that outside, we've got Demario and Toby Gray trying to cause some havoc, and you could see why there might have been holding on that play.
Exactly.
Here we go. Let's see if we can see it on the top of your screen. That's against Demario. Fighting through the double team. Demario Joyner with a great play up there, helping the team.
Guy reached to the outside of him.
That's effort is what got that penalty.
Right. Now we just need to keep things in front of us here. You know, and these short plays, don't let anything go deep.
Get the pressure on him. They're going out
Come up,
wide.
make the tackle. Make the tackle.
Catching up to him, I think that's going to be Lance Williams. It was the defensive end coming back to make that play. Right there.
There were some missed tackles on that, but a lot of times a guy makes a good play too. And that was just really good, hard running by number 3.
Lance, just a sophomore.
Yep.
Again, he's put in a stellar game, and you know what we're seeing tonight is more people playing very well.
Yes.
We've had a couple of people playing well in each game, but more people tonight across the board.
A lot of good effort. Oh.
Zyron Campbell with the play on the tackle, but they come back from 2nd and 21 and they get it on 3rd down.
Yeah, it was the 5 yards that number 3 gained on that 2nd down play that really set him up for that. Made it much harder to defend that play. You know, for as much as they're an offense that plays off the cuff, they've really scripted tonight out. This is all scripted. They're doing things that are called plays.
That's going to be up the middle, and I see Hare in there, and also Favors.
This is a chess game right now. He's playing.
Favors with a good play. Pickup of 4 brings up 2nd and 6. This is one of those drives, man. Something's got to give. They gave us a penalty. We weren't able to take advantage of it. We're going to need to make something good happen here. He takes it to the outside. Going to be another 1st down.
Yeah, I believe that outside in, I was waiting on the replay on this, but that outside containment on this, you force him to pitch, but Ryan got, not Ryan, I'm not sure, number 11 is
it's Toby.
Toby got caught inside. He got turned in. It was just a body on him, really.
Yep.
He's got to come out. He's part of the containment on that.
And they were talking about that at halftime.
Yep.
Up the middle, keep by the quarterback, and 11-yard pickup and another 1st down.
Called play.
Yep.
That was not broken. It was a called play. It was blocked. They blocked out the guys, the first 2 guys, and all he had to do is make that linebacker miss.
And it's just, you know, you get that first down on a drive like this, then the defense starts to feel it a little bit more, offense starts to feel it a little bit more, and they've been pulling off some big chunks of yardage.
Well, guys start playing on their heels on defense as opposed to playing forward, and that happens. It's easy to get by guys whenever they're coming off their back heels trying to get to
turnover time. As they give it right up the gut. And Chaffee, big number 76.
Yeah, I'll take that play.
Pickup of 2.
Mm-hmm.
Chaffee with the tackle.
Interesting wrinkle off of that jet sweep, too, him going back there and lining up in the and really was a pistol and taking that off the handoff.
Yep, and attacking the middle of the defense. Big 2nd down here as 2nd down and 8 for the Lions as we get to 6 minutes to go in the game. This time he keeps it, throws it outside. That's what they were setting up. And again, they get those extra yards that give them the 1st down.
Run, 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 run. Cornerback starts to play down, or the safety does. And then all of a sudden, you just hit on the outside. 4 or 5 yard gain, 6 yard gain, but it's positive yardage, 3rd and 2, or that's actually 1st down, isn't it?
Yeah, it was 8.
We are on our heels. We've got to regain, take command of this field.
Gives it around the edge. We run by him.
Yep. We're not playing to the ball. We're playing with the ball, and that's it. We've got to start playing to it. Pursue and go get it.
Pickup of 7. The Wolves, you're right, Monty, just playing on their heels.
Look who came from behind to make that play.
Lance.
Yep. Not giving up on anything.
Lance Williams with another tackle. I have him for 6 on the evening. The give up the middle. There you go.
There you go. There
Bring
you
him
gotta
down
buckle
immediately. And that's our man, Lance Williams.
Yep, cracked down on the play. Came back up inside that tackle. Really just good fundamental defense, the way you're supposed to play that on that technique.
3rd down and 3. Can it turn right here to the Wolves' favor? Let's see it turn right here to the Wolves' favor.
They might be going for a timeout here. Talk about this one.
The give up the middle. Ow!
I think he may have stopped him short.
They did. I think that was Joyner who came in quick, right?
Ooh, that's a decent spot for him. His butt went down at about the 28 and a half. But he kept going forward. I mean, that wasn't the ref. That was the way he ran that ball.
Yeah, for sure.
And he sold that.
Let's see it from this angle. Good shot by Wingo down there.
Nope, it was his arm that went down. That's what it was. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. He hit on his hand.
So, again, Joyner is the one who busted in there with another good play. DeMario having a good night. Timeout on the field by Blanchard. Monty bringing the chains across. Well, I guess it wasn't a timeout. It was just they're acting like it's a timeout for the measurement.
We've only got 3:56 on the clock, too.
Exactly, and they've been running it.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are short.
By about a foot.
Brings up an interesting decision here.
Well, they're going to go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess
the Wolves will have their shot for a no gain and the ball.
With the amount of misdirection he runs, of course, you would think a quarterback sneak here with that big, strong quarterback.
Yeah, you would think they'd keep it in his hands to make the decision.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
He leans, too, when he runs. I can't imagine he's not going to do that on this.
But they've done so well right up the middle.
Yeah.
This is one of those calls in which, they challenge their teams, both of them. And I kind of hope that's the way it goes.
Well,
and the Wolves have the opportunity. Let's see.
Your fear here as a defense is that you do shrink down in the midst and they do a misdirection
Let's see if
and
they
get
go
outside
for
of
the
you.
throat and go for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Throw for a touchdown. And the Wolves give it to him with the penalty. Didn't have to snap it.
Unfortunate. Little things.
Yeah, but little things on touchdowns, they call touchdowns back. Little things on fourth downs, that give first downs.
There's been several little things on this drive. You go back down here when they had him a 2nd and 21, and he makes that 15-yard run. There were several times that we had him dead to rights. We didn't wrap up.
So here we go around the end. And the Wolves force him out of bounds.
Basic fundamental football.
LeRon Thomas in there on the defensive side. Forces him out of bounds.
Out of bounds on that was a good for us.
And now the clock, definitely a factor. Stopped with 3:15 to go in the ball game. Wolves trail by 3. 2nd down and 7.
I know this isn't their offense, but if I was that coach, I'd leave in that quarterback's hands for the remainder of the ball game. I wouldn't make them stop me.
And he keeps it. Ryan Hare takes him down.
And we might just do it.
Good tackle by Jason Hare, and that was a big play. That brings up another 3rd down.
Make them stop my quarterback, and Jason Hare did it on that play. And the reason he did it, you know what, he played towards the ball. He didn't run with the ball. He played towards the ball. And you've got to crash down on these guys. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. But you can't play on your heels.
I have Jason for 6 tackles tonight.
That linebacker core is consistently active. I only see them getting better too. You know what, Daniel? They play with their heads up. They're constantly flowing to the ball.
He's going to keep it and try to throw it. He throws it out to the corner. Good defense out there. That was well played out there by the sophomore for the Wolves. Big number 7. And if I had my eyes like I used to have, I'd be able to see it.
Yeah,
Tyner.
Tyner played. He was the back in a lot of those sets last year on 8th grade. He's a good speedy back too.
Yeah, he is.
Good defender.
It's going to be 4th down. They're going to go for it here. The Wolves have their opportunity. They might be trying to draw him off sides again. Nope. Coming through, and he's hit. And I see no flags on the field.
Yeah, that was a good
And the
clean hit.
Wolves will have their chance. That was Jason Hare
Right.
and Ryan High coming through the middle.
Excellent call by Coach Blitch.
Boom.
That's
Give him no time.
Yeah, and you know that is a gutsy call by him. To empty out your backfield, that defensive backfield, those linebackers, have them all come forward. But it paid off.
Yep. Coach Blitch making that call, as you said, and that puts the offense back on the field. And the Wolves have every opportunity now to go and get this.
And the thing about the thing in watching Jason on that play, too, is he didn't pull up. He ran straight through him, and you've got to do that.
Great play by the defense.
Yep.
And again, bend, don't break. And the offense, it's in their hands to get it done.
Here we go.
Jameer screens to Keno. That one's going to be dropped, and a flag will move it 15 yards.
Yeah, that's as much a defenseless play as that was on the block down here that we got called in the back.
Agreed.
That's a defensive. I know the fans are upset, and sometimes I don't blame them either, but that is a referee doing his job. That's a defenseless player. The play's over, the ball's dropped. Even though that guy was going towards the ball, he's got to pull up, and he led with his front as opposed to his body.
Yep.
That's a good call.
All right, that's going to move the ball 15 yards down the field. 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
It should be did we start out on the 15? We started on the 18. That should be at the 33.
Which means, you know how important a kicker is.
Yeah, there we go.
Why would they're moving it up?
Yeah, I'm glad the referee saw that.
Ball on the 33. Jameer Owens. And a penalty.
Yep. Delmone jumped.
I think it was at the bottom of our screen, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was Zyron, I guess. Is that Zyron?
No, that's LaRon.
LaRon, okay.
But first and 15. Goes down the middle, and it's picked off.
Really his only bad pass of the ball game. He didn't read the defense.
Got a little rushed.
Yeah, and they were playing 2 over the top and 2 underneath.
Yep, it was tough. As the rush comes through, we missed the block down there, and it kind of fluttered.
Right.
So he had to make a quick decision. He threw it into traffic. Okay. We had opportunity
yes,
there.
Yes, we did.
Still have 3 timeouts, 2 minutes left. Defense needs to get a stop.
Yes, they do.
The 3 and out is.
We need to get our own turnover here. That's the one thing that's been missing.
Yep.
Yep, Tyner brought the wood again on that one. He's
Yeah,
been
Tyner's
playing
playing
active.
good.
Yeah, he's been playing active.
The Wolves going to take a timeout.
You know,
Set-
good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I was going to say set the defense. But really, right now, it's just the clock.
You know, this is good management by the coaches, too, to have 3 timeouts at this situation.
So, you know how at the end of the season, we come to the end of softball season, and you got the extra mitts and stuff, and you have 4 kids, and they're all growing, so now
Right.
you need different sizes. You know where you take that stuff and you sell it for cash?
Where you took your shoes.
Play
Your golf
it
shoes.
again, sports.
Yeah.
That's right, man. I'm glad that you saw that. Sean treats you right over there. At
I'm
Play
a
It
good
Again
straight
Sports.
man.
And, you know, they're always looking for weights. You know, dads who,
Right.
you know, I was one of those that for a long time I had weights and I worked out, but then they ended up sitting for about 5 years, and they were good hangers, but I wasn't using them.
Right.
I could have got cash for Christmas back in the day, but now you can at Play It Again Sports. Plate weights, they use those all the time. They also golfing.
There's a lot of
great
golf equipment in there.
clubs. Mhm.
Yep.
So Play It Again Sports. Thank you for supporting Shawnee High School athletic telecasts.
And I love companies that reuse.
All right, 2nd and 7 up the gut. That's going to be a first down, and that might be the ball. Oh!
Was that a fumble?
No, they had called him down. I mean, nobody reacted to the fumble that it might have come out. So,
Boy, it was close, though.
was it Tyner again who almost caused that to happen?
No, it was whoever was trailing that, and I think it was Toby Gray who was trailing that play.
We'll see. Another timeout. Go ahead and let's see that replay again if we can. I'd like to see.
I thought he had pulled it out before he went down, but
It was close.
it was a bang play.
Yeah.
Hard for the referee to see that too.
So up the middle. Ejon's on it, but you're right. I think his back is down. It's a good call. That's just too close.
Well, he's also on a player who's down as well. He's
Yeah.
down at that point, and but good, you know, going
that's
for the ball and
close.
that. But you know, you're as a defender, you're playing right to the end, going for the ball.
Yeah, and it was close, man.
Minute 46 to get this ball back.
In fact, if we had 14 different angles, there might have been some more that we could have looked at for that. I think we would have got a call from New Jersey.
Do we want to do an experimental replay up here? See if we can call down on the cell phone on the field.
Hey, we got this one.
Hey.
We got this. Set it up for him.
Get that band leader's bullhorn.
I don't know that they'd listen to us.
Yeah, I doubt they would.
Oh.
Probably wouldn't be a good idea either.
First down and 10. Shawnee down to 1 timeout. And that given around the edge.
Oh.
Unable to bring him down.
Oh.
Good play by Lance Williams again.
Yeah.
And another
Came in hard.
timeout.
Pursuing the ball well, came in hard again, playing towards the ball, not playing with the ball. And that,
Yeah.
you got to play forward. Sometimes it costs you. A lot of times it doesn't, though, and that's the way you make plays. If not, every day they're going to gain 4 or 5 yards of play and drive the ball down the field. That's a good lesson coming out of tonight, I think.
Yeah. Lance Williams with the initial hit. Ryan High ends up with the tackle.
You know, one thing I do want to say, kind of jokingly, we're talking about doing a replay. I do want to give a lot of props to these high school officials. All these guys work other jobs. They come out on a Friday or a Saturday or a Thursday night. They give their time. They go to school to be able to do this. They're traveling away from their families. And thank God for them, you know, and baseball umps that they're willing to put their time in to do this so that we can watch high school football.
Yeah.
And watch high school basketball
And it takes
baseball.
a unique individual
Yes,
to
it
do that
does.
and to be able to be out there and do what these guys do. I agree.
And they have to work together as a team,
Thank
too.
you for pointing that out. That's correct. Okay, 2nd down and 11. Make that 2nd down and 6.
Yeah. You hate the penalty, but I'm not going to fault number 11 on that one. He's trying to make a play. They've kind of altered the snap count a little bit. He would have snapped it typically on that. And he's trying to make a play right now. They're up against the wall. They've got 1:44 left.
Yep. Give up the middle. Good tackle there.
Nice
Again,
play.
that's Ryan High.
Yep.
9th tackle of the ball game.
Good linebacker play. Pursuing down that line of scrimmage. Hitting them low, taking them down.
If he gets a hold of you, he doesn't let go.
No, he doesn't. All three of those linebackers, they bring it solidly every single time they bring it.
Yep.
And not one of them is very big.
Yeah.
They're all more like safeties in a lot of ways, and that helps because it brings a lot of speed though too.
You're right. As they let the clock roll away, I don't know that they have to run another play.
No,
Monty, maybe one.
I think they've got to run at least.
They call
one.
their timeout here.
But at 3rd and 5, it'll be a knee.
Yeah. So.
I don't want to say this just yet, and I hate moral victories.
Yeah, so don't.
So don't.
We're not going to say that.
I was going to say, though, that this team has grown. They went through an awful, awful quarter and came back and have played a strong 4th quarter when they could have thrown in the towel.
Yeah.
They came out and gave their best shot to these guys, punched them in the nose in the first half, played a really good half of ball, came out and had a lot of awful things just happen to them. The not being able to punch it in from the 20, various other things that just didn't go their way, and come back in the 4th quarter and play good, solid football. They won the 4th quarter. The problem is they were 10 points behind.
Well, I'm sorry to say it, but in that opening drive of the second half, it was penalties that stalled us. And those are dangerous. You can't do that against a good team. And Blanchard's a pretty good team. They're not going to be the best team that we're going to play this year.
No.
But they're the best team we've played so far.
And they're a darn good team.
And we played them nose to nose, but we cannot have the penalties that we have. Up the middle, and that's enough for another 1st down, and that's going to be the ball game.
The thing about penalties too is you're playing a disciplined ball club and a senior-laden ball club like this that they play within themselves. They're not going to shoot themselves in the foot.
Right.
And so when you begin doing that, you're just stacking up the odds against yourself of being able to come out the other side with a victory.
And that's going to do it. Monty, let me tell you, Ryan High, I have him with 9 tackles. Jason Hare, I have him with 6. Kiefer Landis, I have him with 7. Zyron, Delmon, Dietrich all had 3. Another great player for the defense this evening, Demario Joyner with 5 tackles, but he caused a lot of havoc back there. And Lance Williams with 7. From his defensive end position, we saw him all over the field.
Oh, yeah. I think our defense tonight, they had some bad plays go against them, but they never gave up on anything. They played on their heels for a while, which was unfortunate to see. That can be coached out of. You can't coach effort. And all night this team gave effort. And they used the tools they had, their speed, their aggressiveness to their advantage. They came up on the short end of the stick. But the thing about this team that they're showing effort, they're showing discipline sometimes that needs to improve, but they're also showing the willingness to use their tools, the tools that make them good, speed, strength, and the willingness to play strong on tackle. And I think they've got a good bright future.
I agree. Jameer Owens with a good night, 16 yards rushing, 248 yards passing, a couple of touchdowns and a couple of interceptions. Dietrich Beavers, 80 yards, 45 yards receiving, and a couple of touchdowns. Delmon Miller with 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Wolves, a lot of bright spots tonight, but they come away on the short end. 31-34, we lose to Blanchard. For Monty Porter and all the crew of ShawneeCTV, thank you very much for tuning in with us. And remember, Shawnee, all of us, together we build community, one season at a time. Stay tuned. We'll spend a moment with Coach Madonna down on the field on a new stream. Monty, thanks for your efforts tonight.
You're welcome. Happy to do it. I'm loving doing this with you. And we'll see you, next week or the following week?
The following week. We may end up at McGinnis next week. The following week is Carl Albert. Shawnee, have a great night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.